Hola, muy buenas a todos, bienvenidos de nuevo al canal, bienvenidos a un directo especial, el comienzo de la PlayStation Experience. Y nada, aquí estamos esperando. ¿Qué es lo que os gustaría que llegase a PlayStation? ¿Qué esperáis de esta PlayStation Experience? Empieza en muy poquito tiempo. Muy buenas, Alberto 117. ¿Qué tal, amigo mío? Viva la PlayStation. Si viniera de otro lo creería, ¿no? Pero contigo... Muy buenas a todos los que vais entrando. Ah, vaya. Genial. Bueno, ¿qué esperáis de esta PlayStation Experience? Buenas a todos los que vais entrando. En poquito arranca la PlayStation Experience. Empieza a las 5, son menos 12. ¿Se escucha todo bien? Vale, tú God of War. Vale. Oye, Alberto, ¿cómo vas a hacer para estar en dos directos? Vale. Mientras que estamos esperando, dame un momentito. Sí, claro que lo digo por Laro. Por supuesto que lo digo por Laro. A ver si funciona esto. Jolín, en 5 sitios a la vez. Madre mía, te vas a volver loco. Vale, se escucha bien, ¿no? Vale, perfecto. Jolín. Bueno, no está mal. A ver. Si eres capaz de enterarte de los dos sitios. Muy buenas, Boogie Gameplays. ¿Qué tal, amigo mío? Pues sí. Es mejor, sí. Bueno, Boogie, ¿qué esperas de la conferencia? Felicidades, ¿por qué, amigo mío? Tengo la sensación de que no va bien lo de los suscriptores, ¿eh? A ver, Jolín. Me va a hacer abrir ahora la otra parte. Un momentito. Este es el lugar que utilizo para el tema de que se hagan las suscripciones, aunque a veces por canal, aunque a veces hace un poco lo que le da la gana. Pero bueno, a ver si va bien. A ver, vamos a probar, voy a repetir un anterior suscriptor. No sé, no parece que vaya lo de la ventana de los suscriptores. No sé qué puñetas le pasa, parece que está bugueado. A ver. Buggy dice que hoy nos espera una noche muy larga. Y Alberto dice que The Last of Us 2 van a poner un tráiler con gráficos que no son de PlayStation 4 Pro. Bueno, seguramente. Y Boogie también dice gameplay de God of War, Days Gone y unos cuantos trailers y algún que otro anuncio. Sobre todo el de From Software de ayer. Puede ser. Puede ser. Dice, vamos. Dice Alberto, vamos. Viva PlayStation, destruyamos Xbox. No, hombre, tampoco no es eso. Solo que es un evento de PlayStation. En serio, no sé qué le pasa a la aplicación. Sí, la verdad es que era muy de esperar, Alberto. Zelda Breath of the Wild pues es un juegazo y se sabía que iba a ser el juego del año. Pero creo... ya lo veo, ya. Ya veo que estás al revés. Pero creo que bueno, que Horizon también se hubiera merecido algo, ¿eh? Horizon Zero Dawn. Pero bueno, es que no le han dado ni un solo premio. No sé. Por cierto, no veas el tráiler nuevo de Death Stranding, ¿eh? Madre mía. Bueno, yo es que estoy muy hypeado con Horizon, no lo he jugado todavía. Estoy esperando a que me llegue y vendrá al canal y no sé. Ya cuando juegue te diré si... A ver, jugué una demo, vamos a decirlo así, ¿no? Y no me pareció que estuviera mal, pero vamos. Si tú dices que le falta jugabilidad, pues puede ser, no sé. Alberto. Los maletines siempre han existido, pero... Bueno, quedan... Vamos a ir calentando motores. Quedan solo 4 minutitos para las 5 de la madrugada, que es cuando empieza. Hombre, Hellblade es una pedazo de producción, ¿eh? La verdad es que este año, con esto de que me he comprado una PlayStation 4 Pro y toda la repesca, tengo más ganas que otros años de la PlayStation Experience. ¿Qué es lo que estabas subiendo al canal, Boogie? ¿Tienes canal? A ver, voy a ir a tu canal. Sí, KG también se llevó los suyos, Boogie. Buah, qué chiste más malo, Dios mío. La noche le confunde, le pasa como a uno que yo me acuerdo, que no voy a mencionar. Bueno, son las 5 de la madrugada, debería empezar ya, ¿eh? Bueno, las 5 de la madrugada aquí en España. Ahora ya depende de donde nos veáis. Bien, empezamos. Sí, pero recordad que va con un pelín de retraso. YouTube siempre. Ya sé que ha empezado. A ver qué nos depara esta noche. Aparte de mucho humo. Y como sabéis, se celebra en California. símbolo es de Ubisoft, ¿no? O se parecía. Ese me ha recordado el símbolo a Ubisoft. Ahí tenemos el Hombre Araña, The Last of Us 2, God of War. Vale. Un poquito de todo, ¿no? Shadows of Colossus, Star Wars Battlefront, el nuevo de tenis. Empieza el humo. Persona 5 y PlayStation VR. ¿Cómo no? Muy buenas a todos los que vais entrando. Estamos en riguroso directo. En el comienzo de la PlayStation Experience, que se celebra en California como otros años. Boogie, ¿qué cosas tienes? Más de 450 juegos. Ah. Spider-Man, Detroit, Need for Speed Payback, bueno, Boogie, pero no te pases. No esperes que yo los repita. Tus tacos. Nino Kuni 2. Bueno, un poquito de todo, ¿no? Exclusivos y no tan exclusivos, porque son multiplataformas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sean Layden and Sid Schumann.
Señores y señoras, bienvenidos a Sid Layden y Sid Schumann. Vale.
Sorry, bud. Hey, Sid. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you could join us here at PlayStation Experience. Thank you so much for coming. Sean.
Is this a furniture convention?
Nos da la bienvenida a la
I think we're
conferencia.
going to play a game. We're going to kind of move our way back and forth across the different segments here.
Right, and hopefully ending up with those nice postmodern gray office chairs there. This is awesome. Yeah.
In all seriousness, folks, it is unbelievable to be here again at another PlayStation Experience. So exciting to have all of you here. I really give yourselves a round of applause for joining us here in Anaheim.
This is
Wow.
this is the fourth one.
El juego de coches es el
And I can't think
Need
of a
for
better way
Speed
to close
Payback.
out this highly memorable year than with my friends. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really.
Yeah, it's incredible. And Sean, it's been a heck of a year.
Wow, hasn't it been just? It's been a crazy year, 2017. I think we saw a lot of great game releases. Any Uncharted fans out there? So Lost Legacy was awesome. We're certainly proud and pleased with what our friends in Amsterdam pulled together with Horizon Zero Dawn. And then without telling anybody, just kind of slipped the Frozen Wilds out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
Sneak it out there. I mean, what's great too is the year got off to such an incredible start. Resident Evil 7, one of my absolute favorites this year.
Yes.
If you haven't played that in PlayStation VR, you haven't played it. Persona 5, Nier Automata.
All right. Yeah.
Incredible year, incredible games. One of the strongest game lineups I've seen in years.
My personal favorite, one of them anyway, is Everybody's Golf.
That's a terrific game.
Can we get some love for my golf game, please?
Gravity Rush 2.
Gravity Rush 2, yeah.
You could sit here all night literally listing all the incredible games that came out this year.
Right.
But we've got a little bit more in store.
We've got other things to do.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I mean, I think it's such a special year. And I mean, then we had Paris Games Week. I mean, you know.
Went really well. We saw the reveal of Sucker Punch's new opus, Ghost.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
Están hablando del exclusivo
there was a lot
de Sucker Punch, el nuevo.
We can talk about that, and we can share some of our memories of that with everybody here. But 2018 is going to be another tremendous year for PlayStation, both in PS4 and PSVR.
And we're going to talk a little bit about 2018 here tonight. We're also going to bring you closer to some of the world's top developers right here. I think it's something that makes PlayStation Experience unique and special, as you folks can be right here with us, all of our friends right here.
Thus all the furniture.
And all this furniture right here.
We're going to try to build a super group up here.
You can tell us what you think at the end, but I think we have a special night here ahead of us. We're going to have some old friends dropping by, Sean.
Yeah, we're going to have our group chairman, Andy House, is in the house.
That's right.
He'll be joining us later with our old friend, Mark Cerny.
That's right. PS4 system architect. Mark Cerny's dropping by.
Right.
Are you guys fans of God of War? You like God of War? Okay. Corey Barlog from Santa Monica Studio, he's going to come in and give us a development update here tonight.
Right. The taxi's outside with the meter running, but Corey's going to run in here, deliver a report, and then get right back to the studio and get that work done. And we're having Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule. Did you guys check out the Game Awards last night? You see that new trailer?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Doing great stuff.
We're also going to take another look at Concrete Genie here a little bit later tonight. One we're all very, very excited about. Another one we announced at Paris this year. So we're going to have some updates on 2018 games. We're going to take a peek or two at the PlayStation Experience show floor, which I know a lot of you are going to be excited to check out over the weekend. And there might be a surprise or two in store, Sean. What do you think?
I think there's more than a surprise or two, indeed. Right. And we have some shots of that. We're going to go to that now, or?
Yeah, so we got a big weekend here. Okay. And actually, one of the things I'm personally super excited for are the panels we've got going on tomorrow.
It's a great lineup.
Really killer panel lineup. I think the best we've ever had. I mean, look at this stuff here. We've got Naughty Dog doing not one, but two panels. The cast of The Last of Us 2 will be right here, right on this stage, actually. You'll be able to see them. You'll be able to see all the Uncharted voice actors for the big 10-year anniversary. Sucker Punch stopping by, Media Molecule stopping by.
Las que van a ver después de esta conferencia, ¿no?
William Pugh are going to be stopping by.
Si no recuerdo mal, a las 8 de la mañana.
To see what these guys are up to with Accounting Plus. So it's just a lot of great stuff.
Yes.
Then can we talk about that show floor?
Yes, the show floor, we were taking a look at that earlier today. It's like nothing we've done before.
Yeah, we have some photos, I think, too, if we could show
can we put those up on the screen?
Boogie. Qué malo eres.
Days Gone. I mean, that's an experience right there.
Days Gone.
Yeah, that's the entryway, so you're going to have to find a way to get through that.
Are they ticklish? You'll find out.
We're going to find out, yeah.
Another one.
And one of them is a real human.
Vaya pulmones.
Which one that is?
Another one I'm really excited about. It's incredible. Shadow of the Colossus. Wait till you see this. Tell them what they get to do, Sean.
So what you get to do, this is one of the key colossi from the game. You will be able to climb up the back of it and put that sword right into the center of his head. It's the thing you've wanted to do when playing the game. You'll be able to do it now tomorrow at the show.
It's incredible. I mean, that's just a taste. There's so much more. It's the biggest show we've done yet. So I hope you all check it out tomorrow and let us know what you think. Got a lot of PlayStation VR here. I know not everyone gets a chance to go on with this. This is the Inpatient.
The Inpatient is here.
The Inpatient from Supermassive.
Oh, that was nice of Oz to sit in the wheelchair like that.
Yeah.
But you will be taken into this experience via wheelchair, and you will have an asylum experience, just like it is in the game.
They wheel you in,
totally
they close
creepy.
the curtain, and you play the demo. It's incredible. So
it's not for the faint of heart.
Not at all. So around 80 playable PlayStation VR experiences here over the weekend, and so lots to see and do on the PlayStation VR front. But actually, Sean, speaking of PlayStation VR, I believe we do have a new PlayStation VR game to reveal here tonight. Yes, we do, and I think it's really important, though, to talk about the VR stuff. Get out there over the next couple of days and experience it, because you can read about it on the web, you can hear Sid and I talk about it all the time, but until you put the headset on and have a gaming experience like that, you'll never really know what it's like. So please, for the next couple of days, get in there and do that, because we have a new game we're announcing tonight. Bienvenida de nuevo al canal, amiga mía. Called Firewall. Gracias a vosotros por estar ahí. Yo simplemente cumplo lo que prometo. Now, this is actually from the folks at First Contact Entertainment. They're serious shooter developers. This is a team-based. Buenas, Juan Diego. Bienvenido al canal, amigo mío. Tactical first-person shooter. So muchísimas gracias por estar ahí. Te desactivó la campanita. Bueno, aquí tenemos otro juego de PlayStation VR. Un shooter, por lo que veo. Just a very early sneak peek for all of you here. Firewall is coming to PlayStation VR. Tiene dientecillos de sierra, PlayStation VR aim controller, if you've ever picked up one of those with Farpoint or something like that. So this is looking mighty promising, I gotta say. Oh, it's incredible. It's so tense to be in that four on four, trapped in the room, throwing flashbangs and trying to clear rooms out of enemies. Yeah, this is one we've been wanting to tell folks about for a while, and I know people who have tried it have really come out por 150 euros te lo puedes plantear, pero on the floor here, you'll be able to play it this weekend, 4-on-4, Firewall. And it will be exclusive to PlayStation VR, so excited to see that. So, Juan Diego, ¿nunca viste una PlayStation Experience? Anything else? We have a gift. Yo en la segunda o tercera. A year ago, we launched one of my most favorite games, The Last Guardian. Any Last Guardian fans? Fans de Last Guardian. It was such a seminal moment for my career, because I think I've been working on that game my entire career. and so we were able to ship it last year around this time. And in the meantime, Wade and the group have come together, and they've made a VR experience based in the world of Last Guardian, where you'll be able to go in there. Bienvenidos a todos los que vais entrando, amigos míos. Gracias por acompañarnos en esta velada, ¿no? En este evento. But we'll be putting that up on the PlayStation Store December 12th here in the US and Europe, and that's our Christmas present to everybody. So please go get it. Next week it's free. Yeah. It is actually a standalone experience. Yes. You don't need to actually own The Last Guardian either. So if you've got PlayStation VR, you can get The Last Guardian VR demo. Right now. Here we go. Seeing a little footage here. Sean, do you think Trico's feathers are more plush and downy in VR? Well, I think you can only rub them one way. But yes, plush and downy would be one way to call it. Yeah, there he is. There, and you'll be able to call it. Our fine feathered friend. Yeah, it is. It's something else. It really is. So please, make some time during the next couple of days and get in and try it. The Last Guardian en PlayStation VR. Download it and play it. Enjoy for Christmas. Nice stocking stuffer there. So no se ve demasiado bien, VR demo. Out next week. Right. A ver, que con las gafas puestas, pues es diferente, pero. But wait, there's more. No sé. There is more. There is more. We like to go back from time to time and que bajó de precio. 350 suele ser, para mí, mucho dinero todavía. A great game is always a great game. And sometimes you have to refresh and bring them back on new platforms, because sadly you can't go out and buy a PS1 and play it. So what we have here is we've taken a game we delivered last year. We brought Wipeout back. Juan Diego, and now en un evento que hubo. Wipeout VR. Yeah, let's check out the trailer. Ya es ponerle emoción, ¿no? Buah. Lo de No Man's Sky, madre mía. Ostras, este mola. Es un tipo Wipeout. Pues nada, Juan Diego, hoy es el día. Siempre hay una primera vez. Es un Wipeout. Pensaba que era
Now this will be an update that you'll be able to download to your copy of Wipeout
And this will add the VR capabilities to the game you have.
Yeah.
So you have to supply your own air sickness bags. We can't give you any hope with that.
Yeah, and the free VR update is coming early 2018, Sean.
Yep.
That's right.
It's on schedule.
Alberto.
I think a strong start so far to 2018. And I gotta say, I'm actually really getting fired up about 2018 because, I mean, we've got Far Cry 5 coming early on in the year. Really excited for that one.
That looks great.
Shadow of the Colossus, which...
Yeah. And that's all going to be playable on the show floor.
All playable on the show floor. And Shadow of the Colossus is being played on PlayStation 4 Pro. And wait till you see that. Yeah. It is stunning.
Amazing.
But before we get into all the 2018 stuff, because we got some more to talk about there.
We got a lot of chairs here.
Got a lot of chairs here. So I wanted to revisit
what I
think is
PlayStation 4 y la VR.
Biggest game.
No te creo.
So please welcome Herman Hulst from Guerrilla Games.
Que nunca te emociones fácilmente. Vale, entiendo. Horizon Zero Dawn, que vuelvo a decir que no me parece justo que no se le haya dado ningún premio, pero bueno.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Herman Hulst.
Es la expansión Frozen Wilds.
I'm wearing a tall neck
que ya ha salido, por cierto.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Herman.
Este juego tiene una banda sonora muy buena.
Wow, we have a lot of family.
Yeah, we do. Big family. Yeah.
We love
How are you guys?
¿te estás pasando otra vez de Last of Us 1? Es un juegazo, sí.
Herman, you're looking rested.
You know, taking my time. I'm here on vacation for 40 hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from my
Bienvenidos a los que vais entrando, amigos míos.
Estamos
en el comienzo de la PlayStation Experience.
A humongous hit. I mean, people have fallen in love with this. It's a tremendously great-looking game on PlayStation 4.
Llevamos 18 minutos aproximadamente.
Nominations out the wazoo, and you guys just shipped the Frozen Wilds too. I mean, that's one hell of a year.
It's been a fantastic year. I mean, we worked on this game for 7 years, and then when you finally get it in the hands of you guys, and we hear about it and we see people being so active, it's just hard.
Yo también, Bobby.
Yeah, and then you got the Frozen Wilds, which you just put out too. I mean, that's a whole bunch of new content.
Ha sido uno de los motivos.
It's unusual to see an expansion, I think, of that size come out the same year as a title as big as Horizon Zero Dawn.
And you know what? We actually just started working on it the week after we shipped.
Oh yeah.
So there was no preparation, there was no time for that at all. So there's a good chunk of content that we made in 8 months.
¿No te gusta el apartado artístico de Horizon, Juan Diego?
So, given the fact the game is a huge hit, what sort of surprised you most
a mí sí me
fan
gusta.
reaction?
Wow, there's been so many surprises on this project. I would say just the feedback from the audience. I mean, we've had such amazing responses. We got this is a mail that Sean forwarded on to me from a president of one of the game studios. He had 4 daughters, and he just sent this note that his daughters, young girls, they rearranged the furniture in their home.
Boogie, todos tenemos nuestros
so that they
propios
could
gustos y es
like
normal.
Aloy, because it was a character
Bienvenidos a los que
that
vais
first time
entrando.
actually
Muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros, amigos míos.
It's the cosplayers that so many of them, they've come out to the studio, they've kind of become super fans, they invest so much in them. Or the sheer amount of time that people spend in the game. Photo mode, some people have spent weeks and weeks just not taking snaps because it actually borders pretty much professional photography.
It's incredible, yeah.
So it's actually the extent of that kind of feedback that's been the most surprising to me.
Well, it's great to have such a strong female.
Dicen que están muy sorprendidos por
loved by the entire PlayStation community. We've just created a whole new.
Por la acogida que ha tenido, el feedback que ha tenido el juego de Horizon.
Beautiful game,
que
one of my
se hacen
absolute favorites this
cosplays,
year.
que
Now,
la gente la apoya muchísimo, que ha sido una
one of the
sorpresa para
reasons
ellos.
I'm so pleased to see Horizon be such a huge hit is because, well, it's a single-player game. And I love single-player games. I mean, I think it's fair to say it seems like people still want them. What do you think?
I've answered that question right there.
I think they're dead, man. No, you know, the strange thing is it's by far our best-selling game, and it's the first solely single-player game that we've made in a long time. I don't really get the debate that much. To me, when you're somebody like myself, sometimes you're after this kind of magical, unbroken narrative experience, and there is no other way really than having that single-player experience. So there will always be a market for that. It's hugely important.
Especially in a world as unique and exotic and
Aquí hay
interesting
este estudio, concretamente el de Guerrilla, apoya muchísimo lo que es la campaña de un jugador.
You want to be in that magic spell and stay there. And that's why sometimes a single-player game can be the best option.
Por supuesto que es una pollita.
Herman, you're going to stay with us here tonight, and we're going to have some other folks dropping in. Thank you so much, Herman. Horizon is not the only narrative-based single-player game PlayStation's focused on right now. Anyone interested in a small, handcrafted artisan franchise by the name of God of War?
I am.
Ya salió a la palestra.
Okay. Well, in that case, how about we welcome Cory Barlog? He's a creative director at Santa Monica Studio.
Bien, aquí tenemos a God of War. Ya estaba tardando en salir a la palestra. Y...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Cory Barlog.
Estudios Sony Santa Mónica.
Hello, everybody.
Oh boy. Cory Barlog, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Here.
All right, well,
ojalá, Boogie, ojalá sea alguna secuela de Horizon.
Can we get a little bit of a status check on God of War? How's that one coming along?
Jesus, Sid, no kind of run-up?
No.
No foreplay, just right to it. Fantastic. It's going really good. We are in a final phases right now, doing a lot of play testing.
No esperabas que saliera God of War, ¿no, Alberto?
I'm very excited.
Cuánto sarcasmo. Madre mía.
It's a big game.
E ironía.
I can't hear you. Louder?
Supuestamente saldría sobre marzo, así, eso dijeron, pero no sé. No sé si realmente es esa fecha.
Feeling confident, Cory?
Oh, absolutely. I'm feeling very good about things.
Alberto, menos guasa.
Bienvenidos
a todos los que vais entrando, amigos míos.
So I don't have that right now. But I can tell you a little bit more about it. Right now, we are in the playtesting phases. In fact, this week we just finished up playtest.
Que lo dices porque te he hecho moderador.
Over the last 4 or 5 playtests, we've been clocking in. I think the total gameplay time is somewhere in the arena of 25 to 35 hours.
Whoa.
So...
No te esperabas el que...
That's big. I mean,
it's not as big as his game, but I'm,
Alberto, lo dices por moderador.
It's getting there. I mean, I gotta say, I was assuming it was in the maybe 10, 15, 20 hours.
Yeah, that's what I was telling people.
Yeah.
And then we sort of accidentally made it a lot bigger.
Oops. Yeah. It's twice as big as we expected. That's funny. So, Juan Diego, sí.
La verdad es que PlayStation 2 y otros PlayStation se han calentado muchísimo. Y es normal que le tengas que la ames y la odies al mismo tiempo.
Right. So what was it about Cory's pitch and his vision that sold worldwide studios on this new God of War?
A bribe.
Well, he said he'd ship in 2018. Cory has so much expertise and knowledge and special secret skills, as if he might have sat in some library at some university and reading all the forbidden, Norse mythology books.
Vale, gracias, Alberto.
This is totally true.
And so when he took me through his vision for the game and really taking it to a new place, not only by,
Venga, Alberto, tú puedes. Inténtalo por tercera vez. Ahí, muy bien, muy bien. Para poner controlo, lo ha intentado 3 veces. Madre mía.
It keeps it true to its roots, yet makes it new all over again for a new audience. And that's what Cory sold me on. It took him about 90 minutes to tell you. I just told you in 4 minutes. But it was exactly what...
I'm a bit loquacious like that.
Como se enrollan, ¿no?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the guy who's already shipped his game, and this is the guy who's in crunch.
He is way more relaxed.
Compare and contrast.
What are you still doing here, man? You gotta be...
Vamos, enseñar un gameplay guapo ya.
I'm getting texted right now with the bug count.
So Cory, the game is at least bigger than I expected. I can say that based on what you've been telling me. It's large. It's large. So, but in a big world like that, how do you sort of keep a narrative focus? Like, how do you stay on track with the player?
Por cierto, antes dijeron que quien no había jugado a Resident Evil 7 en realidad virtual realmente no había jugado ese juego. Considero que Resident Evil 7 en realidad virtual está muy chulo, ¿eh? Yo lo he probado. Es más inmersivo, da más miedo.
Which the tour bus is the narrative in this story. And you can kind of go look around, check out the world, but
yo también quiero más trailers,
no matter what you do.
Boogie, y hacer posible gameplays.
The tour bus.
The tour bus.
I think we use the analogy of a theme park just around the corner here, Disneyland, for making Horizon Zero Dawn. Or a tour bus.
And that really was like a theme park.
Juan Diego, más o menos lo estoy resumiendo, lo más
Corey,
importante.
since we got you here, I wanted to run through the latest gameplay footage, actually, that we saw at Paris from God of War. But because we got you here, you can add some context and some information that we maybe didn't have back then.
Oh, good.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll that.
So I'm going to say that right away. I was talking about playtesting. We were still building the system for the kids' ability to talk in-game, the banter system we call it. So Atreus, in the game, wasn't fully talking a lot. So when we made this video, I was dropping the audio in without us having playtested it. So I treat this video a little bit like it was a giant playtest with the world. So we sort of discovered, as we sent it out, in a playtest that was happening almost the same time this was coming out, that we were like, oh man, he talks too much. We need to chill that out
sí, Boogie, es que es muy inmersivo, ¿verdad? Con las VR,
was meant to give you a little bit of a glimpse.
Los juegos de miedo son muy
inmersivos. Previous ones we had focused a little bit on the story and the tone and the world, and this is kind of giving you that sense that we haven't really lost that pick up and play aspect of God of War, and all the encounters were really going to allow the player to really open up and use their own creativity in each of the experiences, using the environment, using other characters against each other. It's very fun. And this is really just a area you find in the game when you're around exploring. So this is not even the sort of main critical path.
Oh, that's interesting. So it's kind of honeycombed with secrets and extra paths.
Honeycomb, that's nice. I mean,
you like that?
Pero me ha extrañado que tenga
it is absolutely
los
honeycomb.
marcos esos alrededor del juego.
What do you think it is?
Del
I remember
gameplay.
there being something here at the end of this.
¿Será porque no tienen muy pulido o no sé lo que es?
Because it was Halloween, right? You just got to scare the shit out of people.
Anything you can share about that particular ghoul?
That's the Revenant, one of the characters that we've introduced in the Lost Pages. And those are characters that are practitioners of Sather magic, and they've been doing it for so long they've kind of lost their humanity and their sort of human form, if you will. Possessed by the drug of magic.
The drug of magic,
right.
All right.
And it's a honeycomb. Right.
So we have tour buses, we have honeycombs.
Right.
De nada, Juan Diego. Lau pregunta que desde cuándo Kratos tiene barba.
I think it's actually if you do the mobile.
I was
like
wondering,
no sé, querrás hacerse una bufanda o algo.
So how do you keep up with fan expectations? I mean, there's a big history with this title.
Y Buki dice que desde que pasó frío,
very tirelessly,
en los países
we are constantly getting
nórdicos.
feedback from our playtesters, paying attention to what people are seeing when we are showing stuff. This is a labor of love for everybody at Santa Monica. So a lot of people have worked on this franchise from the beginning. We care a tremendous amount about this game. So we hope
Este hombre se va a quedar dormido hablando, ¿eh? Madre mía. Qué pasimonia tiene hablando el pobre.
Herman, I mean, you guys shipped this year. Do you have any advice?
Keep going back to these.
I know. I'm trying to help you.
Right.
I'm trying to help you.
All right,
Herman, you guys shipped. So you've been where where Corey is right now. Do you have any words of wisdom? Any advice?
Lots of coffee. No, so Corey's now in a place where your peak productivity every hour counts. I really don't know what he's doing here right now. He should be back in the studio. But it's also the most interesting phase in the project where everything kind of falls into place. And I know because we're pretty close, Guerrilla Games and Santa Monica Studio, we actually visit each other. We do an exchange program. We have a lot of people that have been on site of this team. And I know that these guys are in a situation now where everything is falling into place. So it's going to be magical. I can't wait.
Odias los screamers.
Yes. I want to visit you guys too. I never.
Los sustos esos de repente que aparece una criatura o...
All right.
Finish the game.
Totally going out there. We should crowdfund that.
Did we say that Corey needs to go finish the game?
You speak for a lot of people here, I think, when you say that.
Right, we'll just delay the game. I'll go out there.
Corey, I don't know if you got a chance to check out
yo ya mismo empiezo a dar cabezadas, porque lo que están diciendo tampoco es tan
I have not
importante.
seen it live in person. I've seen photos. And then
Es una conversación de besugos.
Wow.
Igual de importante.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to, there's a lot of great photo ops. You'll be able to kind of wear the Kratos face paint, be able to don the armor, take photos. But there's a special reward for those who are brave enough to get their head shaven.
Yeah.
Any takers out there? Who's daring enough?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well.
Okay, we're gonna do it now. I left it at home.
Corey, thank you so much.
Thank
we're gonna have some other guests dropping by here. On that note, it sounds like some folks here watched the Game Awards last night, right? Okay. We got an awesome new look at Dreams, and I thought it might be fun to learn a little bit more about it. What do you think? All right, well, please welcome Shaban Reddy from Media Molecule.
Vale, el juego de Dreams es lo que nos están presentando ahora, que es un exclusivo de PlayStation. Yo diría que es más o menos un...
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Shaban Reddy.
Little Planet en tercera persona, por decirlo de alguna manera, por lo que he visto. En fin, ahora veremos. Es de Media Molecular.
I made you shake it one time.
Hello, good to see you. Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is the more relaxing seat.
This is so relaxing.
It's lovely.
I
Very
feel
nice.
separate.
Well, we could just go.
I feel apart.
This is the stress seat. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll take it on. All right.
Shaban, I
pegaste
gotta
un
ask,
susto con The Last of
what's Media
Us?
Molecule been up to lately?
Boogie
Well,
jugando.
we have just been so busy. Heads down, getting dreams ready for everybody.
Juan Diego, yo soy igual,
So
no te
we're so
preocupes.
excited to be here at PSX and sharing the project. You know, for us, like we're a studio that loves to, you know, bring new experiences and innovative new experiences to everybody, and can't wait to see what you're going to do with it.
How would you describe Dreams? I mean, it seems like a game that's kind of hard to describe, if I'm frank.
Well, I mean, so we did make Little Big Planet, and
Matar
for
un
us,
chasqueador
Dreams
sin
is
daga,
our next step
jodido lo
into
tienes.
the Play, Create, Share domain.
La verdad es
And,
que este juego
and in the
es
trailer that we
muy
released
mono
last
en el apartado
night, like,
artístico.
the really important thing about that announced our story mode and sort of showed what the story is that we're making.
Los juegos
but also the really
independientes.
important thing about that is that everything was
Vale,
made
es
in
para
Dreams.
2018,
So, you know, create
se
this
sabía.
time is that you can create absolutely anything.
Los
You can
juegos
create
independientes
games,
están
you can
ganando
make
mucho
movies,
terreno, ¿eh?
Like all of the characters, the animation, the logic, everything was made in Dreams. And so for us, that's what's a really big differentiator. And then you can share it with the world. So really, it is like that next step on with Play, Create, Share.
Tell us a little bit more about what we're seeing here in the story mode. I mean, I think there was sort of like 3 different dreams or universes that
That's
we were
right,
kind of
yeah.
looking at.
Oh, it's cool. So here you have little debug. So basically, our story mode is 3 interwoven stories, and it's called Art's Dream. And here you're seeing debug. This is the sort of more sci-fi.
Sí, Lau,
theme.
está
And we
precioso.
decided that instead of just sort of going with one type of gameplay and one type of look, we would do the 3. So this is a sci-fi. And we also have the sort of film noir setting, which is point-and-click adventure, and there is the childhood fantasy, which is kind of classic MM with a bit of horror stuck in.
Dice que es un mundo de fantasía. Voy a intentar resumiros todo lo que se ha estado hablando, lo más importante. Que es un mundo de fantasía que se le ha puesto muchísimo mimo al apartado artístico, a los gráficos, a la historia. Que es un mundo de fantasía.
And for us, like, it was really important sort of to bring in these, you know, painterly looks and sort of the chiseled characters. Here we have a map, and so this is sort of how the dream is laid out. And so you'll see that.
Vale, aquí tenemos lo que es un mapa en el que se muestran las escenas de los sueños.
and this is again in the noir setting. But yeah, for us it was the idea of like taking these 3 different settings and sort of binding them together into an interwoven narrative for people to experience.
La verdad es que tiene un apartado artístico muy peculiar,
That's right. All of it is running real time in Dreams. Right. All made in Dreams, running real time.
And the tools are there that someone could recreate that.
Parece ser que nos introducimos en la mente de las personas, ¿no? Cuando están soñando.
I mean, how far sort of does the rabbit hole go when it comes to genres? I mean, can you make like racing games? Can you make RPGs? Yep. Can you make? I mean, I think what we learned from LBP is give people tools.
Un boss de Dark Souls o de Bloodborne. No.
And Dreams is just
no tanto.
It's just so much deeper than LBP. So, I mean, for us, like, we're so excited.
Sí, Boogie, por eso digo que tiene lo de las caras cuadradas, como tú lo llamas. Tiene un apartado artístico muy peculiar, por eso lo he dicho.
It strikes me, Corey, I mean, would there be any benefit to God of War maybe borrowing some of this Dreams technology? Would that help you get across the finish line a little quicker?
I would have had a release date today had I had.
Speaking of that, actually, Shaban, do we have a target release time here for Dreams?
So we're releasing 2018.
Great.
Yeah. So we're ready, getting ready. Yep.
I would imagine you need some kind of beta or something to really launch a game like this.
That's right, yeah. So we're going to do a beta prior to launch, but yeah, we're not announcing the exact dates just yet, but yeah, that will definitely happen, and we know that our community is desperate to get it onto the beta.
Pero eso, a un precio
and so are your
apto,
sister studios,
vamos a decirlo así.
I know, well, come
Voy a ver agua.
on over.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
get a copy
Perdonad.
early, right?
Yeah, well, we'd love to do the jam, Worldwide Studios Jam. Like, how cool would that be?
I like that.
Awesome.
I'm in. Let's do it.
I mean, we're going to do it. Like, I just think it would be the best.
I'll cover the pizza for that.
All right, thanks, Shaban. We've been doing a lot of talking here tonight. I kind of feel like playing a game, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want to play a game?
Play something.
Play a game with us? Okay. Any of you guys have any ideas about a fun game to play with friends?
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee? We're going to sit down and play Yahtzee right here on the stage.
Lo sé.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
I've got an idea. That's Overcooked. Overcooked is a brilliant game. No, we're not going to play Overcooked up here. We're going to play...
We've done Until Dawn before in the group setting.
Yes. We're going to play Detroit Become Human. Please welcome Guillaume from Quantic Dream.
Por favor, bienvenidos, Quantum Dream. Detroit Become Human. A ver qué nos muestra nuevo, porque ya se ha visto bastante de este juego, ¿eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Guillaume de Fondemier.
A lot of people.
A lot of people here. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. We got the idea from this from the very first PlayStation Experience, by the way, where we fired up Until Dawn. Great game. I'm sure you guys are fans of it. And had everyone cheer and hoot and holler to decide what actions we should take. But before we do that, we'll do that in just a minute. Guillaume, I wanted to ask, what inspired Detroit Become Human?
Well, as you know, in 2011, we started to work on a tech demo called Kara.
Oh, yeah.
And, this Android that is getting built. And when it released in 2012, we showed it as a prototype. Everyone was asking us, what happens to Kara when she goes out into the world? And so David Cage and the team started to work on, what happens when she comes out.
Vale, Alberto, muchísimas gracias por haber estado, amigo mío. Un abrazo. Gracias.
Human-like androids are really commonplace. So they're everywhere. They've taken on actually most jobs of humans. And although they look and speak and behave like human beings,
despiértenme cuando algo interesante ocurra.
And so in the game, you're going to play as 3 of these androids. Kara, of course, Connor and Marcus. And they're each very different models. they have their own backstory, they have their own place in society. And as the player, you will have to make critical decisions that is going to impact their fate. So you're really going to be in control of the story and change the way the story unfolds.
I love games like this. And the great news is this is playable here this weekend at PlayStation Experience.
Sí que te pondría, Lau.
But I don't want to wait. Why wait, right?
Por cierto,
I want to
estaban hablando
my presence right now. So Guillaume, take your position, please. Guillaume will be playing on PS4 Pro. And here's what's going to happen is all you early bird ticket holders out there, you're going to help Guillaume make decisions in this game. And you're going to do that by making noise,
que vamos a tener,
right?
El juego va a tener mucho trasfondo.
I don't hear you
y que va a tener
well, so
decisiones críticas con diferentes perspectivas.
So a little bit
¿no?
of context. We're
Así
playing
que, bueno.
this hostage scene,
Mira,
which
va
is the
a hacer un
very
gameplay.
first scene in the game. We're playing as Connor. Connor is a prototype. He's been built to investigate deviant androids that all of a sudden do something weird. And so we're going into this hostage scene where the house android has taken a little girl hostage. And we're going to try and save the girl.
De nada, Lau.
Extra
Gracias
Sean,
a ti.
¿no?
Bueno, aquí tenemos un gameplay de Detroit. Supuestamente lo va a manejar en directo, ¿vale? Este juego también me atrae muchísimo, tiene muy buena pinta. El tema de las decisiones y demás cambian la historia realmente.
Okay, now I'm in control of the character. I can really move him around the way I want with the left analog stick. With the right analog stick, I can interact.
Las cosas que tiene.
So Connor is very intelligent.
Dice que Connor es muy inteligente.
Shall I save the fish or not? Oh, too late, too late. There's no sound.
Es un androide.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Encuentra al capitán Allen. Ya tienes ahí dos decisiones, salvarlo.
Remember that every action has a consequence.
Devolver a la pecera. Yo espero mucho de este juego.
So at any moment you can hold R2 and you enter what we call the mind palace of the character, shows you your objectives.
También, Lau, me encantan estas temáticas.
I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
So here, for instance, I can see that I can talk to Captain Allen.
Vale, ahí está el capitán Allen.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Okay, quick, so I can ask him about the deviant's name, emotional shock.
Venga, la decisión.
An emotional shock recently.
I haven't got a clue.
A mí también, Lau, me mola muchísimo el juego. Y vendrá al canal, por supuesto.
Have you tried its deactivation codes?
The first thing we tried. Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Lo trata de manera despectiva.
Okay.
Una probabilidad de resolver el asunto.
Don't know if we said the right thing here, but
del 48%.
So, as Connor the investigator, I have special abilities. One of his abilities of Connor is that he can analyze evidence. And if you find all the evidence, you can then put them together.
Dice que una habilidad
and
de...
You enter into the reconstruct mode. So you can basically reconstruct what has happened in a recent past. So here, for instance, you can see that someone
Dice que Connor tiene unas habilidades
has taken this
que son en analizar las incidencias
wallet here.
Y una vez las encuentra, pues como que se imagina todo lo que es el proceso, ¿no?
Okay, so we have unlocked something here, apparently, that we may use later in the game. So I'm going to further investigate this apartment, which is actually fairly large.
Sí, Boogie.
So here, sorry.
Life is Strange es muy bueno, yo he jugado. Me lo he pasado entero. Sí, es de lo que se trata, ¿no? Vas investigando a ver qué es lo que ha pasado y debido a las incidencias va sacando sus conclusiones. Va reconstruyendo.
So there's really nothing you have to do. So dog here. Okay, now we know the deviant's name is Daniel. Maybe something that we can use later
Va
on.
recopilando lo que son. Sí, sí. Mira, ya tiene un 60% de probabilidades de resolver el caso.
So at any moment I can press R2 here and see, you know, those little yellow flags. That's an indication of everything that's interactive in the scene. So let's take a look at
las señalizaciones en amarillo son zonas en las que puedes explorar, ¿no? Investigar. Como veis ahí, por ejemplo, herida de bala.
I have a bad controller, that we know now.
Otra herida de bala con una hemorragia y tal, bueno. Muerto. Sí, estaba claro, ¿no?
Okay, and now I can reconstruct and
Otra
try to
herida de
understand what
bala.
happened with him.
Y ahora comienza la reconstrucción. Una vez que ha analizado lo que es.
It's really part of the gameplay to also play with the camera. Try to find clues.
This is kind of creepy, Guillaume.
Okay, we found something. I've unlocked
Reconstrucción
new
completada.
evidence.
Ha reunido
that
todas las
I'll be able to
evidencias.
analyze.
La gente gritándole. Que lo desbloquee el público de la PlayStation
Okay, now we
Experience.
understand probably what happened. Deviant was going to be replaced. Didn't like it.
Se ve muy bien.
Oops. All right, so that is a soft reminder that time is of the essence.
Muerto, estaba claro. ¿Veis? Va tomando heridas de bala.
Here again, I can
Me
reconstruct
ha parecido leer
try to understand what happened. I can
restos
turn the camera.
de pólvora o algo así. el asesino se ha localizado el arma. El asesino se escuda con la niña, la utiliza de escudo humano.
Should I take the weapon?
Al policía, al pobre, le han dado, pero bien.
Okay, so now I have a 78% probability of success.
Un 78% de posibilidades ya de resolver el caso. Ahí han disparado,
okay,
como veis. Era un líquido azul. No es sangre, es un androide, como os dije. Al igual que el que sujeta a la niña. Mirad el brazo. Está muy chulo el juego, muy chulo. Ahora ha bajado un poco la probabilidad de poder resolver el caso. Depende de cómo actúes. Las respuestas son muy importantes.
Shall we help the cop?
Examinar.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
Está perdiendo sangre.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now? I'm going to apply a tourniquet. Don't touch him. Touch him and I kill you.
What should I do?
Okay.
Ignorar o obedecer, ¿no?
Are you armed?
Truth or lie?
Mentir o verdad, ¿no?
You're lying. I know you have a gun. I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed.
Okay, so now we can use what we've unlocked.
En Maitú, un shock emocional. Había diferentes opciones.
It's good.
Un 82% de probabilidad. Está muy interesante, muy interesante.
What should I do? Quick.
Es una pasada, de verdad.
What should I do? Quick.
Será una película interactiva y todo lo que tú quieras, Boogie. Pero a mí me llama al 100%, vaya. Un 98% de posibilidades. Si os dais cuenta, el círculo que le aparece aquí, cuando se le pone celeste, es porque está más tranquilo. Rehusar o aceptar. Han pedido que se retiren. Para llegar a un trato más cercano con él. Un 99% de posibilidades. Es tu última oportunidad. Al decirle eso ya lo ha cabreado.
Quick. Should we?
Usar el arma. Ejecutar o intimidar. ¡Wow! ¡Qué pasada! ¡Qué pasada! ¡Wow! Se me han puesto los pelos de punta. Es Es un juegazo. Es un juegazo. El objetivo era acercarse lo más posible a él para poder interactuar y poder salvar a la niña. Misión completada. Buah. Es un juegazo.
Nice job. Nice job. Well done.
Buen trabajo, buen trabajo.
You guys should be very
Bienvenido.
proud you saved the fish.
Gotta save that fish.
Están hablando de la escena del
And I'll tell you, I
pez.
played that 2 or 3 different times. I didn't even know you could do that. I would always talk them out of it, or, I mean, how many ways are there to solve that situation?
There are many ways, but more than the different endings, and that's true for this scene, but for all the other scenes, everything that you do has a consequence. And so you have to experience it for yourself.
Ahora os digo que
Because
están
watching
diciendo.
someone play and playing it yourself is really totally different. But we're really trying to give players the possibility to make decisive decisions that are going to impact
Sí, Juan Diego, está
each of
muy
the
chulo,
characters'
muy chulo.
fate and
Pues
totally
sí,
change
Buggy.
the story.
Han
And it's
conquistado
really
a
our
medio
most
público,
ambitious
vaya.
project.
Sí, no
It's
más.
the most branching narrative that we've ever created. And it's also the most incredible game that we've created because we are touching upon certain themes that are, socially relevant. And we hope, we think that we're going to touch players on an emotional level and give them the opportunity to experience something really, really different.
Well, you touched me on an emotional level, I can tell you that right now. What about you guys down there?
Vale, os traduzco, os digo lo más interesante, ¿vale? Dice que con este juego, que es un proyecto muchísimo más grande.
So David Cage says 2,000. I counted them. It's
Esto no es tan interesante ya.
Yeah, slightly more. That's a
Dicen
lot
que
more
con este
probably.
proyecto ha sido un proyecto más grande, más ambicioso, que con él intentan tocar la fibra sensible del jugador, que las decisiones realmente tienen unas consecuencias, que el juego tiene diferentes finales y que cada decisión tiene una consecuencia crítica, para bien o para mal, tiene una consecuencia y que creen y esperan que tienen la esperanza de que nos guste mucho, ¿no?
There you go. So 10.
But it's necessary.
Everybody's just trying to top me. That's cool.
Finish the game, Corey.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to. Now I want to take an additional 2 to 3 years.
Do I have more time?
Os he dicho lo más interesante, ¿no? No he traducido palabra por palabra,
Great
¿no?
job, everybody. You saved the hostage. That was Detroit Become Human. Play it this weekend.
And you
Play
saved
that.
the fish.
Get a totally different experience. Who knows? That is coming out next year, right? Next year on PS4?
It is coming out next year in spring.
I am buying that. Oh,
¿He entendido bien? ¿Ha dicho que es jugable ahora?
Okay, well,
O sea, ¿hay
very
una
cool,
demo
very
o
cool, good stuff
algo
so far.
en la Play Store?
But I gotta say, who wants to see some trailers?
Me ha
You want to
parecido
see some
entender
new
eso,
game
no sé.
trailers? All right.
Lo mismo no lo he entendido bien o no lo he escuchado bien.
Let's see some new game trailers. Roll it.
Después miraré a ver si está. La verdad es que todavía no he puesto la PlayStation, ni siquiera la he instalado, ¿eh?
So what is this? Like hole simulator?
It's kind of cool. You put trash in the hole and it gets bigger.
You know
Y
what
para
would
que
be
veáis
cool?
que no os
If
miento,
it actually ran at 60
aquí
frames
la
per
tengo
second.
todavía. Desde
Dude, it does.
el unboxing.
Look at the screen.
La tengo aquí todavía.
Does it have a platinum trophy?
Y a ver,
I don't know. I just started.
tengo que
So
conectarla.
like, what's the point of the game?
There's puzzles. If you collect the kiln, the hole catches on fire.
Nos espera un
Oh, sick.
2018
This game has Updog, right?
bastante bueno en
What's
PlayStation,
up, dog?
El God of War,
What's up,
el
dog?
Detroit.
Seriously, what's up, dog?
Y bueno, Ah, en el evento. Vale, había entendido que estaba jugable. Que ahora estaba jugable, pero no... Vale. Es verdad, en ningún momento ha dicho lo de la Play Store. Vale, yo me había hecho ilusiones. Me había hecho mis ideas, ¿no? Tienes razón, Buggy. En ningún momento han mencionado la Play Store. Si acabas de ver un indie y esto es un juego de realidad virtual. Tiene que molar mucho en realidad virtual. Dos delfines se embarcan en una aventura en tiempo real. Júpiter y Marte. Júpiter y Marte se llama. Se llama el juego, vaya. Boogie. Arc System Works. Ya sabéis qué juego es, ¿no? No hace falta nombre ni presentación, ya sabes qué juego es. En 2018 se viene a PlayStation 4. Sí, la web está muy chulo, la verdad. Buggy sí, un poquito, pero bueno. No sabes cuál, no sabías cuál era, por Dios. Si estaba cantado Buggy. Vale. Soul Calibur.
Next time, fight like you mean it.
I am ready to fight you. Oh gods, guide me.
Sofía.
My resolve will never falter.
Madre mía. 2018. Capcom presenta Sí, está muy chula la banda sonora, Lau.
Then that means the Elder Crossing is upon us again.
Lo que parece un elfo.
Just wait till we're finished.
Soon, I hope.
The second fleet always delivers.
It's up to you to stop it.
¿Sabéis qué juego es, no? Exacto, Monster Hunter.
It's an ecological marvel, one that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
Ese juego está muy chulo. No es de mis preferidos, he de decirlo, pero considero que está muy chulo.
Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
Use everything at your disposal. I want eyes everywhere. Fight hard and stay smart.
Sí, la U es Monster Hunter.
Don't stop! Keep going! We can't leave her!
Bueno, Bubi, no es la única saga de Capcom que está dando batalla. Considero que Resident Evil 7 también está muy bien.
If you too feel so compelled, then we will cross paths again at the end of all this.
What have we here?
Monster Hunter World. Mega Man. Ostras. Todo un homenaje al personaje muy querido a un personaje muy querido de Capcom, Mega Man, quien no lo conoce.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Andrew House and Mark Cerny.
Claro, Boogie, el Resident Evil 7 también está muy bien. La verdad es que es un reinicio de la saga bastante bueno.
Wow, a lot of people.
Yep.
So, Andy, you've been at the heart of PlayStation for over 20 years now, and you've been planning a change for the last few months. Is there a little you can tell everyone about that?
Sure. You know, in essence, I have been with PlayStation since the start, and I've been through some good times and some not so good times. And I think right now the business is probably in the best shape, our platform, our games, than I've ever seen it. And thank you. I hope you guys agree. And with that, and having finally achieved the creation of Sony Interactive Entertainment, bringing all of our company together under one roof. And then on top of that, having been with the same company for 27 years, 14 of those years working in Japan, it just felt like the right time to hand a great thing to the next generation, and for me to just go and find one more adventure.
So, yeah, the tribute at the Game Awards last night was definitely very emotional.
Yeah.
And so tonight we have a special guest who also wants to celebrate your impact on gaming. But before that, Let's roll video.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave birth to time and space.
Vale.
Once there was an explosion.
¿Sabéis qué juego es, no? Bueno, ¿qué juego? ¿Qué intro es?
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
No, no, no es de las sofás. Dead Strange. Ese tráiler es el mismo que mostraron en el Game Awards. Es exactamente el mismo, por lo menos hasta el momento. Es el mismo. Sí, sí, Boogie. Es el mismo vídeo de ayer. Del Games Awards. Es lo que estaba diciendo.
Shit, they're here.
Se ha quedado ahí pillado debajo del camión.
Sam! Shut up. Don't even breathe.
Lau. No me tapes los ojos, mujer. Sí, es el mismo vídeo. No le des más vueltas, Ruby. Es el mismo vídeo. Porque me acuerdo perfectamente. Sí, sí, le dice que está todo bien. Sí, sí. Verás ahora. Directamente se ha como disuelto, lo ha absorbido. Se ha deshecho. Mirad, ahí sale como una criatura. Se le está como quemando la bota o... Ahí atrás, otra vez. La verdad es que los teasers, lo poquito que aún se ha visto del juego, estas intros, estos trailers, tienen muy buena pinta. Hay que ver un gameplay real, pero me llama mucho la atención. El bebé dando vueltas ahí en la cápsula. Pero está muy curioso el concepto, la verdad. Muy raro. Disparando al aire. Mirad. Yo creo que sí, que va a ser un survival horror. Yo creo que sí. Ya veremos. De repente es como que no hay gravedad. Y el pobre trata de matarse para no sufrir más. Ahora te comento, Boogie, cuando termine el vídeo. Norman Reedus, que es muy amigo de Hideo Kojima. De hecho salieron juntos en el Games Awards de ayer. Y Norman Reedus pues elogiaba el trabajo, decía que Hideo era un genio. Y estoy de acuerdo. Atentos a esto. Da un poco de grimilla. Entre ternura y grimilla, no sé cómo explicarlo. Mirad, vomita ahí como unos bichos. Madre mía. Y como que andan por el aire. Un poquito de paranoia, la verdad, pero bueno. Lo que veo me gusta. Aunque no se ve gran cosa. Son vídeos. No hay gameplay, pero... Fijaos. Menudo cráter.
Once there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion.
Bueno, pues paso a comentar una cosilla. Boogie dice que Kojima se le va mucho la olla y que ya se le fue con un Metal Gear Solid 5 y ahora más. La verdad es que le han dado libertad creativa y eso puede ser muy bueno para mi modo de ver, ¿no? Y considero que es un grande, es un genio. Es un genio con lo que hace. Que se le puede ir más o menos la flapa, pero es un grande. Este es el primer tráiler que mostró. Mezcla de ese tráiler, ¿vale? Diferentes pantallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hideo Kojima.
Bien, Hideo Kojima. A ver si esta vez habla más. Mirad, trae las aspas esas para localizar. Con su camiseta promocional.
So that trailer is a little strange, but the strangest thing is that after you played the game for 4 or 5 hours, all of that starts to make sense.
Really?
So, Andy, I know you and Kojima-san have a long history together. How did you meet?
We met under the worst of all possible circumstances. It was E3, I was responsible for running the show, and I was hosting an event, and I got a call on my cell phone saying, Kojima-san's code has just been stolen by a fan from the booth, and you have to go tell him. So went out into the night, we had tracked him down to a restaurant, and we called him outside, and on the sidewalk in LA told him that his precious code had been stolen, and we had no idea where it was. And I remember the looks on people's faces as some short guy was bowing deeply on the sidewalk in LA to apologize for what had just happened. Anyway, the relationship could only go in one direction from there, which is obviously up. So I'm pleased to say. Ne?
ご飯を食べてて、テラスみたいなところで食べてて、まあ平井さんも見ましたけど、アンジさんが なぜかこう近づいてきてこうご飯を食べてたんです。
Yeah, we were eating
その事
together.
実を聞かされて、でアンディさんがずっと謝ってたんで。
We were eating at terrace, and for no reason, for no apparent reason, Andy comes out of nowhere and approaches, and then he tells the news and he starts to apologize deeply. I remember.
Bienvenida al canal, amiga mía.
Kojima-san's face just went white as a sheet. I've never felt so bad.
Bienvenida de nuevo. Sí, la verdad es que pinta bien lo que se ha visto. A ver cómo es el juego. Claro, le dieron el motor gráfico de Horizon, Bugue. Y Sony le ha dado carta blanca, o sea que...
It's hard to forget that. I mean, before that, I've been with Andy in meetings and whatnot, but that was the first time that I really remember, closing the distance with Andy.
So, Death Stranding. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came together?
No es chino, es japonés.
先ほどトレーラー出てましたけど、あれは実機で動いてます。プレイステーションプロで 4K です。はい。
So you just saw the trailer. That is all working in real time in a PlayStation 4 Pro.
で後半ノーマンがこう水中みたいなとこ漂ってて自分の中に入ってきますよね。あそこはプレイヤブルです。
And also in the latter half of the trailer, you see Norman in like water, kind of swimming, going to his own body. That's playable.
Vale.
Wow.
Japonés.
So how did Death Stranding
le han preguntado que si lo que se ha visto es un gameplay, tiene alguna parte que sea jugable en PlayStation 4 Pro o simplemente es una cinemática. Y han dicho que cuando Norman Reedus se mueve hacia el que está pillado con el camión y también cuando se mueve en el agua es jugable, con lo cual es el motor del juego, esos dos trozos al menos.
大体70年代80年代のテレビドラマ、これは主にアメリカ、ヨーロッパ。
¿Cuál es la diferencia entre chino y japonés? Pues primeramente sus costumbres, su cultura y su modo de trabajar.
Okay, so Kojima-san is being very modest here because he will take on pop culture trivia
no es lo mismo Japón que
in
China,
the
eso te lo digo
US
ya.
and Japan, 70s, 80s, and he will kick your ass.
Hay más diferencias,
He's
Mugi.
just an encyclopedia.
No solamente que uno vive en China y otro en Japón.
I would also add that I think the most fun time most recently was sort of building a different form of relationship and seeing at first hand the sort of rebirth of Kojima Productions and having Sony be part of that has just been really, really phenomenal from my point of view.
まあ独立するときにですね、まあいろんなところからオファーがありました。
So when I became independent, I was fortunate enough to receive offers from many different people.
で、まあいろんなところあったんですけども、やっぱり自由にものづくりがしたいので、僕のことを理解してくれているところとやりたいなというのはずっとありました。
So I had this many offers, but I wanted to keep my freedom to create exactly what I wanted. So I wanted to work with someone that understood me.
で、アンディさんにお会いして、こんなものを作りたいんだよと。っていう相談をしました。
And well, I met with Andy and I told him, this is kind of what I want to do.
普通は、役員室で何十人もいるところでピッチというのを散々やるわけですよ。こういうものをこういう狙いでこんだけ売り上げがあってこんだけで作りますっていうのをしないといけないんですけども。
So normally what you would do after this point is you go into executive meetings and you do a pitch of this is kind of the expected revenue, this is exactly what I'm planning and what kind of target audience I have. That's what would normally happen.
で、その時アンディさんに2、3分内容を口頭で言っただけなのに OK っていうので。
So I remember at that point I just told Andy maybe 2-3 minutes about what I wanted to do and just told him I didn't have any
Lau.
Yeah, OK. で、最初の作品なんでやっぱり。
Sí, Boogie. ¿Quieres decir que se lo han implantado?
信頼関係もあるので。 それで今回のデス・ストランディングができたと。アンディさんがいなければこれはなかった、生まれなかったものです。これもこの赤ちゃんも生まれなかった。
And it would be the first work of Kojima Productions in the independent, so it was very important for me. And well, it was all because of Andy. Without Andy, none of this would have been possible. None of this, what you saw, would have been created. None of the baby giving the thumbs up would have been possible.
No, por ahora no hay nada nuevo, ¿no?
I think maybe a shout out to Herman and Guerrilla Games for Decima. Is in order.
Digamos que en resumen lo que han estado hablando es que Kojima dice que no sería posible sin el apoyo de sus fans.
We need more cards.
Que él eligió ser freelance, que tuvo muchísimas ofertas. Por otro lado, le dan las gracias por todo lo que está haciendo y lo que está por venir para los fans. En fin.
So
ese es el resumen.
On lunch with Andy last year, I think it was in January.
で企画は考えてたんですけども、テクノロジーが全くないので、エンジンもツールもないので、その時は事務所もなかったです。
I already had a good idea of what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the technology with me. I didn't have, I didn't even have an office at that time.
で、その時友達のマークさんを思い出して、マークさんに相談しました。
So also thought of Mark and discussed with Mark.
で、マークさんと1月世界中のスタジオを回って、そこでヘルマンさんと出会って今のデシマエンジンがあると。
And well, went on a tour through all the studios in the world with Mark, and at that point I met with Herman, and well, that's what led to today.
これもよくいろんなところで喋ってますけども、いろんなスタジオを回ってプレゼンテーションを受けました。エンジンはこうだよとか、ツールはこうですよとかっていうのを受けました。
This is something I often mention, but in that tour I went through different studios, and I got a presentation of what kind of engine each studio was using, what were the characteristics of each one.
僕らもう何もなかったんで、その時4人ぐらいで仮事務所だったんですけども、すごく皆さん優しくしていただきました。
At that point I had nothing. I think we were 4 people in total at a very small rented office space, but everyone was really, really kind with us.
で、ゲリラの皆さんはプレゼンテーション終わって、で、帰ろうとした時に一つの箱をくれたんですね。
And well, Guerrilla made their presentation showing us their engine, and when we were about to leave, they just gave us a small wooden box.
で、箱を開けるとそこにゲリラのエンジンのソースコードが全部入ったものが入ってたと。
Esto la verdad es que no merece mucho la pena ni traducirlo.
で、契約書も何も交わしてません。とにかく小島さんこれ持って帰ってくれと言われて、もうそこでもう泣きそうになって、もうこことしかこことその時マークさんも同席されてたと思いますけど、はい。
It should be noted that at this point we had no contract, nothing, no boundaries, and they were just like, yeah, go ahead, please use our engine. This almost brought me down to tears, and at that point I made a decision, okay, this is the people I want to work with.
Sí, imagino que sí, que le enseñarán algo más.
デス・ストランディングっていうゲームのテーマは、
bueno, lo de Electronic Arts es de hacérselos mirar.
The theme of Death Stranding is connections.
En fin, ya sabéis.
最初にアンディさんとソニーさんとのつながりがあって、マークさんとのつながりがあって、ヘルマンさんのつながりがあって、皆さんとのつながりがあって、今ここにデス・ストランディングが紹介できるっていうのは非常に嬉しく思います。ありがとうございます。
It started with a connection with me and Andy, that led to a connection with Mark, and that led to a connection with Herman and Guerrilla Games, and that led to a connection with all the people in here, and that all those connections led to having Death Stranding here today. So I want to thank everyone for this.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Aún todavía queda cosillas por ver. Ya no os preocupéis que eso es lo que dice Boogie. Mínimo de Last of Us, Spider-Man. Todavía quedan cosillas por ver. Ah, muy buenas, Alberto.
Fun night, huh? You know, just get some old friends together. You know, just hang
bienvenido,
out.
Amigo mío de nuevo.
Getting to be holiday times. I love spending time with friends and family. You know, and I count a lot of you among that. I mean, it's like a game development super group is stacked up on here. Just one huge name after another. Thank you so much for all of you.
We could start a musical act together. This would be wonderful, I think.
It would be incredible. What kind of game would we make if we made a game together? That's what I want to know.
We would make Death Stranding in dreams.
Dice qué juegos son los que esperas.
And I still would not understand it.
Pues,
there would be a story.
Yes, indeed. That'd be a great
that you'll understand.
¿Qué va a decir el Sol y Santa Mónica?
Well under budget.
Well,
I'm sure.
And early, like all those things, all the things that happen.
That seriously is in your dreams.
Anyway, PlayStation Experience is just such a special time, and we have an incredible weekend lined up for everybody here. We've got all those big panels I was talking about earlier. Naughty Dog's bringing it, Sucker Punch is bringing it, Media Molecule's bringing it, and of course, tons and tons and tons of playable PS4 and PSVR titles. Lots of stuff to play. I mean, Far Cry 5's at the top of my list. You're going to be able to play Firewall Zero Hour. That's the new PlayStation VR game we announced earlier. Shadow of the Colossus, seriously, it's the third time I've said it, I know. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going to make your eyes pop out of your head. And then don't forget, we've got Capcom Cup on Sunday as well.
Cup.
That's going to be a lot of fun, too. That's going to be right here. I truly think it is our biggest PlayStation experience yet, and I hope you all agree when you get out there on the show floor tomorrow. Before we wrap up, though, Sean, there's been something I've been meaning to mention to you.
Way down here, all by myself on the stage.
Way down there. That's right. That's right. There's this thing with this shirt. You know, I see it kind of peeking out there out of your... What's the deal with that?
Ha resumido un poco lo que ofrece PlayStation.
This kind of tradition sort of happened by accident, and that I would wear a shirt on stage at PSX, which would give an indication of kind of games to come in the future, things I want to see happen. There was the infamous Crash Bandicoot t-shirt experience, but it led our friends and partners at Activision to bring out Crash Bandicoot again, which is one of the biggest, one of our most successful titles this year. We've done that with Ratchet, we've done that with Wipeout, and now we have Wipeout VR coming.
Bib Ribbon.
Yep. And so this year's shirt. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, I don't exactly recognize it.
Trae una
Can you tell us
camisa.
anything about this?
Medieval.
Can you tell us what is that? Anyone know what that is?
It says Sir Dan. So,
¿En serio?
I've been getting a lot of feedback about the title Medieval. It's a really important title.
Medieval.
In my personal journey, in my career, we worked on that when I moved to London. We would like to bring it back on PlayStation 4. We think Sir Daniel needs one more resurrection, and this is the time to do it. Thank everyone for sending their suggestions to me. Serendipitously, I'd already had this one baking in the oven, and then I saw all the pressure coming in, so I thought this was a great time to bring it out and to talk about it.
Should we roll the video?
You guys want to see a video?
¿Queréis ver un vídeo?
Let's do that.
Pues vamos allá.
Well, he's back.
Este puede ser el retorno más esperado de muchísimos fans, porque Medieval era de PlayStation 1 y la gente lo pedía a gritos. Sí, Boogie, sí. Vale, según pones una remasterización en 4K, ya veremos qué queda.
Medieval's coming to PS4. That's awesome.
One more thing. This shirt will also be available in the PS Store for the next 2 days at PlayStation Experience. And all proceeds from the sale of the Sir Daniel Resurrection shirt will go to Able Gamers. Yeah. So, please, everybody, grab one of these shirts over the next 2 days.
Fantastic stuff. So, hey, I want to thank all of our panelists. Thanks to all of you. It's been an honor. This is an incredible bunch. You guys have been great. We have an incredible weekend planned for all of you. Coming up next is Greg Miller with Kinda Funny. We're going to take a very short intermission, but we're just getting started, so stay with us.
Be sure to stick around.
You are a warrior.
Pues mira el gameplay de Detroit. A nosotros nos ha gustado mucho. Y ya nos dirás qué te parece. Está la sala completamente llena de la PlayStation Experience. Sí, pero según dicen va a ser una remasterización en 4K. Boogie.
Wait, listen. It was all his idea. He wanted me.
Pues no sé qué precio tendrá Medieval cuando salga. Espera que te salga. Espérate primero a que salga, Boogie. Qué ansias. Han enseñado en el tráiler exclusivos y no tan exclusivos, porque todo el mundo sabe que Nier Automata, por ejemplo, salió en PC también. Pero bueno.
Rated RP to M.
So, Gary, we're looking for someone who's cool under pressure. A quick thinker.
Alberto. Dice, salió Star Wars, cajitas 2x3.
Does that sound like you, Gary?
Yeah.
PlayStation, the best place to play.
PlayStation.
Rated R.
There's a reason you're here.
En fin, estos son
The primal need to pitch yourself.
anuncios que ya hemos visto.
There's a reason you're here.
Ya lo sé, Alberto.
The primal need to pitch yourself.
Sí, Boogie, ya.
And to do so, dear shopper, requires the very finest of wares. Let's get to it. Rated RP to M.
Ahí tenéis Battlefront. Bueno, pues terminó ya todo. Lo último que dijo que esperaba, que se dijo en plan resumen, que esperaban que disfrutásemos de este fin de semana con la PlayStation Experience. Así que ya parece que terminó todo. Parecía una despedida, la verdad. Creo que sí. Vamos a esperar un momento, pero yo creo que terminó ya. La presentación de PlayStation Experience. Vamos a ver. Ah, no terminó. Vale, es que como estaba diciendo que esperaba que disfrutásemos de este fin de semana, que tal y pascual, yo pensaba que ya nos habían dado pase de temporada.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Greg Miller.
Vale. Ponía que la próxima era Kinda Funny, pero no sabía...
What's up, everybody? Are you having a good time? You've been sitting a long time. Everybody get up. Let's do some of this. A little bit of this. I'm looking right at you. I'm not. Sir, you.
El simulador de tiempos de carga.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Qué malo
My name is
eres,
Greg
muy
Miller.
bien.
I work for a website called kindafunny.com. But
Bienvenidos a los que vais entrando, si no os he saludado.
Beyond!
Joder,
My kind of people. This is PSX. This is my favorite show of the year. This is, of course, the fourth PSX, the fourth one I've been at, and the fourth one I've been lucky enough to be at and have a panel. Now, usually, I come here and I do a podcast. I've done Podcast Beyond. I've done the Kind of Funny Games Cast. I've done PS I Love You XOXO. And this year, I thought maybe I would do Kind of Funny Games Daily. Maybe we'd do the Games Cast instead. But it finally dawned on me. I emailed PlayStation and said, hey, could I get Sean or Shu, sit them down and do an interview with them? I'd love to do that.
Sí, no le queda
and I
mucho,
expected
Alberto.
them to say no. Instead, they hit me up and said, would you like to do it, both of them, on the kickoff night? And I said, okay, sure, that sounds like a great idea. So we have 15 minutes to talk to these gentlemen about their careers, about the stuff we really care about, like where all the games are, and all that other jazz. So are you ready for that? PSX, please welcome back to the stage, Sean Layden.
¿Qué juego compraste con todos los DLCs y no jugaste ni una hora, Boogie?
Right. Sean. Can't believe you can tell me about the shirt backstage.
Ya empieza Alberto a cambiar de chaqueta.
No. The couch portion of the programming is over.
Oh, is that over
No,
now?
we're done with that.
Right.
No. Sean.
Greg.
It's PSX.
It is.
You've been on this stage a long time already talking. Great stuff, by the way.
Thank
really
you.
good content, good reveals. No one's asked you the hard-hitting questions.
Ah, Boogie.
Right.
Sí, sí.
I
La
reckon
verdad
that's
es que
not
los
gonna be
tiempos de
you
carga...
No, please. You know how I am. You know who I am. Let's start at the top of the list.
Okay.
Inma dice que vayamos preparando los billetitos.
Will we be able to change our PlayStation Network names?
Otra vez sale la palestra Medieval.
The elves back at the North Pole have been working on that for quite some time.
I've noticed, yes. Many PSXs I've talked to people, and they're always working on it very hard.
It's a large piece of work.
Yeah.
Ya, Alberto. Ya sé que estás de broma.
It's more complex than I think we... Hey. What, are you a coder? You want to come solve this problem for us? Let me put it this way. I hope we'll see events occur that you don't have to ask me that question next
Boogie, te olvidas de Detroit.
Okay. I thank you for that answer. And that's the thing. 2017, a crazy
Y de
year for me.
Spider-Man también te has olvidado.
I feel like it's been a crazy year
Que
for
espero que se vea en
developers
este
and
evento, la verdad.
of finally
Tendría
waking
que
up to
salir
the fact
Insomnia
that in
Games,
the
a
YouTube,
ver si
Twitter,
sale.
the social space world, you can just be honest with people. You can have these conversations, right, where you're saying something is better than saying nothing. Telling people, hey, we're working on it, we're trying, that's better than just going quiet.
Correct. I think there's some things we just can't speak about in detail.
Of course.
But I think every question deserves an answer. Even if that answer
Sí,
is I can't
sí,
answer.
Boogie.
Good answer. So now, everybody knows you're in charge. You're the big man on campus.
Well, they made me sit at the end of the sofa, Roadies.
Yeah, I know, that was
No
weird,
sé yo
right?
si
That
saldrá
didn't
algo
seem
más de
very
The God of
respectful.
War.
Yeah, okay.
Alberto, yo creo que ya no sale más
You've been in the
nada.
position now since 2014?
Por lo menos hoy.
Yes, president of the
Bueno,
sales
hoy
and
en
marketing
este
company
evento.
here since 2014,
Puede
and
que
chairman of
mañana y
studios
pasado
since
salga algo, pero... No sé.
only getting one paycheck.
Oh.
Andy.
Well, Andy's on the way out. You got to start figuring out who comes up next. But,
Wow, you went there.
Well, it's true. Everybody knows the facts. Here's my question about that.
Yes.
Have you adjusted to the role? Because you are now in a position where you say anything and it gets picked up as this is Bible truth. The headline says Sony says this.
Well, the great thing about being the CEO of the publishing business and being the chairman of the studios is that, crazily enough, the head of marketing and the head of development, they always agree now. We don't have any of those, problem. No, it's a privilege, honestly, to be back in Studios, where I began my career back in 1996.
It's a while ago.
Vuelven las conversaciones de besugos.
Go crazy if you were born after 1996.
Besugos everywhere.
We are old men. We are old men, Sean.
Yeah. Anyone born in the Eisenhower administration? Okay, my people. All right.
Getting there. They're getting there. Is that
Qué cachondo.
power, I mean, that position, did it take you a while to wrap your head around, like what that meant?
It really is a team effort, right? The days of building a game by oneself, unless you're publishing on, let's say, Android or iOS, those days are over. And it's your ability to pull teams together and get them focused in the right direction. You look at some
Pues Lau,
some
aquí en
games
España
150 or 200
son
people
casi
on
las 7 de la mañana.
And that cannot just be driven by one megalomaniac. It needs a whole team around it. The same goes for sales and marketing and publishing. I see my role as not necessarily, picking the target and leading the charge every time, but really to create an environment where people can become successful, where people can get involved with the process. It's like distributed computing, right? I need the brain power of everybody that I work with in order to get the job done.
So now I think probably the second big question then for PlayStation at this PSX. Are you going to take any of that computing power and put it behind giving release dates to the video games? Because I'm getting sick of 2018, and we're not even there yet.
I think we talked about The Last Guardian earlier, right? And we can create a rod for our own back if we come out with a date that's not secure enough too early.
Sure.
Because we end up moving dates out, and a lot of times people can understand why that may occur. It's just not a great place to be. You get all excited and they tell you, I'm sorry, did I say Christmas was December 25th? It's actually July 9th. What? What? That was Christmas. What happened to that? So you can't move those kind of things. As soon as we get a solid feeling, we are going to express that. But would you rather us just not show the game until that moment, or do you still want to see the game earlier?
Well, do you want to see it at not or earlier? See, because I just feel like, God of War, I'm sold on. First trailer, done. I need to see more. Yep. Spider-Man, we all know Brian at Insomniac, he is not going to ever put a release date on this. Because he just likes to tease you. You follow this guy on Twitter, he's terrible. Every weekend, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to play Spider-Man in my house. I'm like, ooh, I don't like you. You got to put pressure on some of these people at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know. We just
Aquí hay un festival de horarios.
And then
Unos dicen que en su país son las 3 de la mañana, otros que la 1. Aquí son las 7 de la mañana. Qué locura.
On a certain date, if you move the date, you have to refund all of those pre-sales because the date has moved out of a certain window. So there's a lot of complexity around that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to get better at it. I think the games that we've talking about in 2018 will be in 2018.
You're confident enough in that part. You have a strong feeling about that part.
Yes, because if it doesn't, then I go old Negan on my people.
Whoa. Okay. All right. So, speaking of which, is Quantic Dream in trouble? Because I don't think they were supposed to say spring when they said spring earlier.
No, they're fine.
Okay, they're fine. They have a strong feeling as well? Okay,
they're fine. They're fine. They're in there for spring. You know when spring is in Australia?
When is that? So then, talk to me about this PSX.
Your chair seems higher than mine.
It's on purpose. Talk to me about this PSX.
These are my chairs.
Just don't think too hard about it. Just remember there's a thing about authority, and if somebody's authoritative and higher, you need to answer the questions honestly and get out there more.
All right. Yes, your question.
About this PSX, it's a different PSX. This is a different opening ceremony, right? It's very clearly not a keynote. It's not a press conference. Nobody say that. We're not supposed to say it.
I like it better this way, actually.
Do you guys like this? Yeah. If I'm being 100% honest, one guy's like, no!
All right.
Están ahí retrasando. En fin.
No, A lot of our,
parece esto más un monólogo que una conferencia.
And premieres and world exclusives and all of that kind of stuff went into Paris Game Week. We had it all timed together, like Ghost of Tsushima. We brought it out there. It was very important because you all have PlayStation cousins living in Europe, and they're heavy gamers just like all of you are. And so we want to bring new stuff hot baking right out of the oven to them as well. And it just didn't give us a whole lot for this show. So we talked about what should we do here, and we thought maybe we kind of turn this into more of a dialogue or ability to meet the developers and the studio chiefs behind the games.
Yeah.
To get Corey to come out here and then Herman. I thought that was a really good chance for you guys to get to know who the people are that are making the games you love.
I'm a big fan of that. I make my living on just talking. So yeah, that's all great.
And a good living it is.
Thank you. Patreon.com/kindafunny. I'm sorry about the changes. I don't know what they're thinking. We'll talk about it later. Was that an educated decision moving forward? Because I feel like I love PSX. I've said that, and I'm not just saying it. You know what I mean? Like, it's my favorite show because it's a lot like Kinda Funny Live. You look to the left, you look to the right. You can talk to anyone here, and you're all into the same thing. PlayStation. That's why you're here. It's why it's great.
Right.
A few people like that. Do you think that what you're doing here, having this open dialogue, the way you're running PSX, making it more of an experience on the floor? Because I walked the show floor with Shuhei earlier today, guys. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that a move to redefine or at least reestablish what you think the identity of PlayStation is? Because I've talked on the shows a lot in the way that I thought PlayStation 4's launch, which has obviously been such a huge success, was so strong. The February event was so strong because it was you guys coming out and being like, all right, no cell processor, this is the box, it runs awesome games, let's talk about games.
Yes.
And then it was, we rolled into E3 and there was a great video of Adam Boyes and Shuhei Yoshida talking about how they share videos. And it was like, they get it, they're there, this is PlayStation. Then PSX happened and it was like this great ball of momentum. And then we saw a shift with E3s recently where it was, all right, Shu's not going to come out. You're barely going to come out. It's just going to be trailers, and that's how we're going to run it. And it felt like, ooh, are we going back to a PlayStation 3 era PlayStation that wants to be more behind the scenes, or?
No. I'm not sure what you mean by behind the scenes, but I think we found that we have this great opportunity every year now with PSX to have this kind of, let's get by the fireside, up close and personal. Stories. And I think E3, it's a trade show.
Yeah.
That's
si
what
queréis iros a la cama,
and we have such great content lined up for that.
Como queráis,
I really felt, why would I don't need to come up and say, on the next scene you're going to see, Bob is having a little trouble with his son and he wants to go over here and kill an alligator. We just show you what it is, right? And put it up on the screen.
Tanto Lau como Ima dice que están muy
having so many problems with my son. It's because of the alligator.
Let's go, boy.
Ya vale, besugos. Sí, la verdad es que...
Are we shouting out greatest hits?
I think they yelled out karaoke. I don't understand. They understand.
So I think this is what PlayStation Experience is trying to be, is to be that real connected, engaged a moment. For the next couple of days, not only we go on the floor and you're going to be able to see some great gameplay and there'll be a lot of demos there as well, but you also there's a lot of experiential stuff. I think maybe you're going to go on there and think that is this a game show? Or is this a trade? Is a theme park, right? And we want to get you closer to the visions that the creators have for their games and why they make and why they do what they do. You'll see a lot of the development teams and creators, on the floor themselves, enjoying what we're going to do here the next couple of days. And I hope to meet a lot of you as I'm warming the floor as well. This is the kind of show you want to do. E3 is really, it's kind of glitzy, but it's right there. You want to tell that story. You want to make that mark to say this is what PlayStation games are all about. Pow, 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 pow.
What did you think of E3 being open to consumers this year?
I thought, I'll be honest with you guys, I think the ESA sold 15,000 consumer tickets for that.
Sí, Juan digo, esta parte es muy aburrida.
The crowd to the edge of pain.
Yeah.
And I won't bore you guys with the details around it, but if you're going to design a trade show or a consumer show, there's a completely two different beasts. And the way you do it, not only physically, the way you have to make
Silvana,
you have to have this experience shorter to get more people through.
Vaya, perdona, es que el nombre no
we have to determine,
no me decía eso, no sé.
In the middle of the highway, he's going to get hit by cars on both sides now.
Yeah.
So it's got to choose.
Perdona, amigo mío.
That's not the way to drive. So then, looking at 2018, What is your vision for PlayStation in 2018?
Well, I think we continue along our path, putting my Worldwide Studios hat on. I think in Worldwide Studios we have a lot of energy, a lot of devotion, a lot of love around storytelling, around narrative. You know, some people call that single-player gaming. We do have most of our eggs in that basket, just because that's the thing we do well, I think. In my humble opinion, IMHO. And I don't want to go to any of those teams and tell them, you know, I read in a magazine that there's something called games as a service. Make me one of those. I don't want to be that guy. So that's what we do. We do Horizon, we do God of War, we do Detroit, Uncharted, The Last of Us. These are the things we're going to continue to lean into really strong. So I see our content story continue to play out that way. As a platform, I think we're going to see, again, humbly, continued dominance of PlayStation in the game market. And as we see the what we call the install base, I mean, the number of people have your thing, the install base of PSVR, growing to a critical mass point, I think we're going to see.
Están hablando, le ha preguntado uno al otro, el hombre de las gafas, que no recuerdo ahora mismo cómo se llama, que qué podemos esperar para 2018. Pero se están enrollando y están hablando de la PlayStation VR y, en fin, quieren vendernos la gallina, vamos a decirlo así, ¿no? Quieren que compremos PlayStation VR. Porque es en lo que más énfasis están poniendo.
With that, and so we've almost kind of put it into a relaunch mode right now.
Yeah,
getting it out there. And titles like Skyrim was super cool. That's also playable at the show. You guys should check that out. Doom VFR.
Ya con la horita que es, estáis desvariando un poco, ¿eh? Sí, la verdad es que es muy aburrida. Muy aburrida esta parte.
Yeah. That's exactly what it's
and then the other titles you see coming out, this Bravo team is on the floor. You saw the picture of the Inpatient, pretty creepy. So I think we're getting a good breadth of content coming out.
Que alguien meta esos dos besugos al horno, por Dios.
To the platform, to the format.
I have more
como unas rodajitas de limón y unas patatas a lo pobre.
Okay.
Sucks. But the next man can answer these questions for me about VR.
You can ask him.
He's a fan of VR. He plays it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Shuhei Yoshida.
Thanks, guys.
Bien. Yoshida.
All right, Shu. Take him on.
Hey, Mr. Yoshida. Oh, yeah, so it's just the best. It's the best part. If you ever see Shu, just give him hugs. Give him hugs.
Boogie, compra unas para ti, otras para mí.
Look at all these people just
y me la envías.
Now, again, to clarify mistakes of PSX past, they were saying Shu. They weren't booing you. This was a big moment of contention before.
Yeah, I was worried.
Yeah.
This year it's much closer. Everybody.
You like that?
Juan Diego, se cambia. Te puedes cambiar el nombre.
Well, I always say PSX is my favorite show of the year.
En tu panel de control.
Just the thousands of happy
YouTube.
people. Everybody smiling. All love PlayStation. They're paying a lot of money to come. They love PlayStation, right? So.
Does that blow your mind? I mean, you've been with PlayStation for so long to see the audience actually go somewhere each and every year?
Well, I never had this chance. I've been to E3 and Gamescom and all these events, TGS, but I don't think we had this dedicated, like a PlayStation-only big consumer event. And it just gets better and better. The boost that our teams created this year is amazing. It's the whole production, and that's a walkthrough of the gaming
Esto es, a esto se le llama meter relleno a lo bestia.
Sure.
Alargar la conferencia innecesariamente, ¿no? A ver, una conversación para explicar detalles importantes vale, pero...
Sony Worldwide Studios. Yep. You know all these first-party things, all this stuff's happening. Infamously, in 2015, you came on our E3 live show and rubbed it in Kinda Funny's face that you had already played Sucker Punch's game.
Well, I said...
No, you rubbed it in our face. You don't try to walk it back.
No, I played something in Sucker Punch office, and they are making something. Yeah, they exist, right?
Vale,
yeah, they
Juan
exist.
Diego, prueba.
Yeah, I know. They were
Famous.
up there in Bellevue being real quiet for a long, long time.
Yeah, what's great about working with Sucker Punch is they are so focused
Es muy
on
fácil, están las
getting the
opciones,
game feel
Juan
right.
Diego.
The mechanic, the feel that when you have the controller, you forget you're holding the controller. You feel like you are like really the character.
Yeah.
So they spend a long time, you know, at the very, very early stages of the development of the.
Sí,
Ghost
no
of
paran,
Tsushima.
no paran.
You know, they always had this prototype gaming working. So I got to be able to play some of the early prototype that went, you know, many, many iterations, and
Sí,
so I've been
Alberto.
playing the game over maybe 2 years. So now,
How is it? Tell me something about it.
No,
the fact that it wasn't opening this show, I don't know what you guys are doing, what kind of clown shoe operation this is. What is going on with this game? Tell me about the game. Who's the character? How big is the open world?
yeah, so it's an open world game. It's the largest game that they have. Well, you know, Sucker Punch created much larger than Second Son, and it's beautiful. Like the trailer that we showed was all
la leche que se os han dado.
engine.
Yeah.
And it's always already playable, the sword fighting, and it's you know, we are not talking about lots of gameplay.
Sí, sí, te he entendido.
But yeah,
Te he
it
entendido.
already feels and plays very well.
Lau.
So
Okay.
it's a large, you know, island of Tsushima. So actually, you know, we came so close to get the leak.
Oh, really?
Yeah, early
Sí,
this year or late
Alberto,
last
es que
year,
como hemos
you
dicho
know,
antes
Sucker
que eran
Punch
conversaciones de
guys have
besugo,
been visiting the island
pues
of Tsushima
ahora
for doing research, you know, taking photos, talking
Buggy
to
dice
people
que
there,
el presidente
you know, learning about the history and the culture and you know, nature there.
de Sony Japón
Became a story in the
tiene cara de lubina.
newspaper, like a
Las
Tsushima
cosas que
Times
tiene.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a small piece, but friends of you know our development team in Japan was let know that, well, you know, I read about this.
Madre
you know,
mía, si
Sucker
pudiera,
Punch,
adelantaría la
people from,
conferencia, por
Seattle
Dios.
visiting Tsushima to do research for the next game, and we are like freaked out, and don't talk about it. And luckily, the paper, the circulation is only a few thousand.
Yeah.
And
Qué chiste más
none of us
malo,
were on Neo
Buggy.
Gap at the time.
yeah, so it was only available
Ni
in
lo
the
voy
island
a
of Tsushima.
ni lo voy
Oh, wow.
a
So they
repetir.
had
That story never came outside of that island, so we are like, oh.
You
yeah,
dodged the
they
bullet.
are so excited that you know, large company, large production house is building Tsushima, and they respect. They are so excited that the game will be made, you know, based in Tsushima histories.
Yeah.
So that paper guy wrote the story.
Good for him. He got the scoop. Where were you, IGN?
¿En serio, Juan Diego?
Yeah,
¿Cómo
yeah,
te va a dar
so
un
I
error y
was
te va a
afraid
pedir
that
una
Kotaku
contraseña que no
Japan or
tienes
IGN
para
Japan
cambiar un
might
nombre,
pick
por Dios?
it up.
Do you find it disturbing that even in an auditorium this
Cuando
large, you
Durán
can make
muera,
out
esta
Marty's
cuenta
laugh?
morirá.
Anyways.
Hi, Marty. Yes.
How much Last of Us Part 2 have you played?
Last of Us, no, I haven't played any.
Don't lie to me.
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I haven't played Death Stranding either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why not? You just go down there. You're their boss. You can go in and you make these things happen.
I can just wait and enjoy, you know.
Urza.
Are your hands off with the
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have to do anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ese es el nombre que se quiere poner Juan Diego.
Just tell me, what is it her mom? Has that been confirmed? Because that's what it seems like. And then she's pregnant. Is that what the knife's about?
Yeah, that's my question.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah, so I was watching, you know, news, you know, video,
Yeah.
talking about, you know, trying to figure it out.
Do you think Joel is alive, or do you think he's a ghost?
Ghost
En serio, estoy tan aburrido que no tengo ganas ni de traducir lo que están diciendo.
You don't have to plug the
¿verdad?
game we just talked about.
Oh, another great game. I played through the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Okay.
That's an amazing game. You know, luckily I've forgotten. Like,
hablan de un juego en concreto, ¿no?
Colossus,
Sure. Yeah.
how to, you know, it's just beautiful and it plays well. You know, the they sped up the frame rate. It's I think it's 60
Shadow of
frames
Colossus.
on PS4 Pro, and 30 frames stable on regular PS4. It plays so well. They reconfigure the controls and still, trying to keep the original intent.
Sure.
Of the
that
game.
It should be a struggle. The climb.
Impact.
Yeah. It should make you mad. The camera should wig out.
But I couldn't stop playing. I played through the game for over 2 or 3 days, but it was amazing experience.
I know it's not we were talking about this backstage. On Kind of Funny Games Daily, we had a conversation, me and Andrea, about if second party exists, and is Insomniac and Spider-Man, that's a second party and we went back and forth for a while, and then Insomniac just tweeted at us, and they were just like, no, we're a third party developer. It's a first party game. So have you seen that? Have you played that? Do you know about that? Can you ask Brian when it's coming out?
Actually, I played Spider-Man.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Tell me
the
about
whole sequence of the E3 demo.
Yeah.
It looked like some scripted sequence, but actually it's an open world game, another open world game, and actually.
Bacarca, muy buenas, amigo mío, bienvenido al canal.
Of course, there's switches
Bienvenido.
that can trigger some.
Han habido
events,
cosas interesantes.
Entirely, it's controllable.
Pero
Brian,
no sé, no demasiadas. Ya sabíamos lo que nos han mostrado, más o menos. Son vídeos repetidos. Estamos viendo a ver si hay algo nuevo, si muestran algo nuevo.
Right?
You're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, are you? I don't know.
No. We are saying early for God of War, spring for Detroit, and February for Shadow of the Colossus. So none of them, I guess.
Han dicho, por ejemplo, que van a hacer un remaster en 4K de Medieval. Por ejemplo, Bacarca, que es algo que no se sabía.
What's going on with Days Gone?
Days Gone is it's not playable, unfortunately, here, but there's awesome setup in the booth. But the game's playable, I think, through now, so it's in the phase of doing the tweaks and the polish and testing. And
is it good?
It's a big game.
Right, that was the thing. When I was talking to Sony Bennett E3 about it, it still seems
de
like
nada,
we
Bacarca,
haven't seen what the game actually
amigo mío,
is.
no es
the
nada.
game obviously is
Hombre, yo imagino que será un remake. Daros cuenta de que de PlayStation 1 a PlayStation 4 hay mucha diferencia y eso, pasarlo a 4K, perdería mucho, ¿no? Por ejemplo, se dice que Shadow of Colossus es un remaster, pero es un remake porque lo están haciendo de cero. Al igual que con Crash Bandicoot, no es un remaster, es un remake. Aunque lo llamen remaster, pero bueno. Muchas gracias a ti, Bacarca. La verdad es que me apetecía, es la primera vez que hago una PlayStation Experience en directo.
Well, that was the cool thing about Behind Closed Doors at D3, right? Is that it was the same demo, but this time it was at night. And so fewer people, you were using snow, it was being stealthy, you were not being hurt as easily.
La verdad es que esta conversación sí que se está alargando mucho. Es un poquito coñazo, vamos a decirlo así. Necesito una pistola, please.
Talking about you overseeing the first party, right? What all these guys.
I've been playing Dreams as well.
Vale, chao Alberto, muchísimas gracias por haberte pasado, amigo mío. Muchas gracias por el apoyo. Que estés bien y un abrazo. Buenas noches.
How do you decide who goes and in what order?
Bacarca, si te gusta lo que ves, si te gusta el canal, si hay muchísimos vídeos.
I was like, oh, well, for sure we're not going to see Days Gone then. And then it was that interesting question of, well,
no dudes en suscribirte y darle un like.
Because I feel like the games on paper, in a trailer, in just a glance.
Sí, el control de Medieval era
that you can't have them come out one on top
era
of each
durísimo.
other. You need to give them room to breathe, both in their marketing beats, I'd assume, right?
Well, when the games come out, they're very
sí, las cámaras eran fijas, es que era otro tiempo.
Understand where you're coming from.
Es que hablamos de muchísimos años, ¿eh?
Which game to show in which.
How you decide, I mean, really, more
than. Yeah, so it's pretty much so. We tend to try to do big, like media showcase twice a year, like E3 and Paris this year.
Vale, Inma, muchísimas gracias, amiga mía, por pasarte. La verdad es que me siento un pelín culpable de que no estéis durmiendo. Un abrazo, amiga mía, y muchísimas gracias por el apoyo. Intenta dormir, anda.
Review or showcase gameplay or put demos on the show floor. So the calendar.
Muchas gracias, Bacarca, y si te gusta ya te digo, suscríbete y dale a la campanita para que no te pierdas los directos ni los gameplays que vaya subiendo. Si entras en el apartado de vídeos, como decía, verás que hay muchísima variedad.
Process, it takes probably over 6 months to produce one show.
Gracias a ti, Inma. De verdad, un abrazo, amiga mía.
Must have been working on or starting preparation for next year's E3 already.
So the way it works, correct me if I'm wrong, is that you guys, the first, Naughty Dog, whoever, a first party studio wraps the game,
con mi Divo lo que van a hacer va a ser un remake. No puede ser un remaster. Es imposible, porque por mucha calidad que tuviese el máster del juego, es imposible que alcance el 4K. Eran otros tiempos, ¿no? Es imposible. Lo harán de cero, le cambiarán la cámara.
Ben Team and Naughty Dog to make sure that the direction that these teams are going are different enough.
Lau, vete a la cama. Antes de suicidarte, mejor vete a la cama y te lo piensas.
Days Gone 2018.
Okay.
No paran de pronunciar títulos, pero no enseñan vídeos los puñeteros.
Nothing. Neil Druckmann.
Vale, muchísimas gracias, Bacarca.
Some people get mad.
That says something.
Yeah. What is your take here on PlayStation VR? Because when PlayStation VR first was getting ready to come out, you were the one walking around.
Además, tengo que decirte que es una comunidad, la que estoy creando es una comunidad muy, la que estamos creando entre todos, es una comunidad muy sana, en la que existe el buen rollo y sois mi familia digital.
Thank you.
Fans, why are you guys finding success with PlayStation VR, whereas other VR people seem to be middle?
Madre mía, estas conversaciones me matan.
Actually, when you talk about other VR people, like because VR is such a passion project for all of us, not just our
Yo tengo ya hasta hambre.
Worked on PSVR,
Madre mía, cené poco y pronto.
Guys, worked on, jumped on that.
Y tengo ya hasta hambre y todo, de verdad.
Valve guys preaching and teaching a lot
Sí, Bacarca, bienvenido a la familia, amigo mío.
So it's a small community, and we respect each other, and we discuss, and so we understand, we have the same kind of passion and goal to make this amazing new medium, new technology in the hands of
Bacarca,
in the hands of game developers and creators and the media companies, people, creative people to use. So, I think
procuran utilizar ciertas palabras, ¿vale? Esta vez te la dejo pasar, pero procura, porque en este canal hay gente de todas las edades. Vale, no te lo digo de mal rollo, sino para que lo entiendas. Hay gente desde 11, 12, 13, 15.
So any of
por
us
Splatoon y demás.
releasing a new title or doing the demos, doing this kind of event, and getting more people to try good VR.
Sí, la verdad es que hay muchísima gente tóxica en YouTube. Mucha. Más de lo que pensáis. Nada más que buscan el salseo y la visualización y suscripción fácil.
With what you've had in terms of success so far, but also what you've seen with just people, how much they want to play VR, what kind of games they want to play in VR, are you still, you think, in that mindset that this is this long-term thing? Do you think you're going in a different direction than where you initially thought it was going to go?
Yeah. So what I've been saying is the things that we are seeing, for the launch of PSVR and those,
Vale, Bacarca, no pasa nada. Solo te comento porque ya te digo que en el canal hay muchas edades, unas franjas de edades bastante diferentes entre sí. Solo te comento.
3D graphics for the first time.
Yeah.
And lots of new experience
sí,
and
como se hace, por ejemplo.
Created, and the advancement for the last 20 years. When you look at game like God of War or Last of Us.
Muchas gracias, amigo mío.
And it just keep going.
Sí, eso es lo que pienso. Mejor calidad que cantidad.
I can see PSVR and the first sets of these consumer-based
de hecho, en lo que llevo de canal activo, si miras la fecha pone que hace mucho que lo tengo, pero como canal real llevaré casi 5 meses, ¿no? Ya he tenido que bloquear, sin exagerarte, 5 personas o así, ¿eh? La gente se aburre mucho.
All the things that different companies want to work on to make it better and more exciting, and the pace and the amount of money and the amount, number of great companies, smart people working on to try to solve the lots of different issues around VR is mind-blowing. It's amazing. Yeah, that
esta parte de verdad, Sony no sé de verdad qué piensa.
Yeah, so what I have seen for the last 2 years is amazing, and the VR not games and is leading because the good VR requires powerful system like PS4 or high-end PC. So the gamers are the first users.
Sí, he tenido que bloquear gente más de la que crees, Bacarca.
When you look at all the things happening, all different kinds
no son 5, llevo 8 personas ya. Me han llegado a venir en el canal hasta con intención de venderme material pornográfico. O sea, una pequeña impresión de la conferencia o un resumen. A ver, realmente lo que se ha mostrado en la conferencia ya se conocía. Incluso el gameplay que ha habido de Detroit también existe ya en internet. No hay demasiadas novedades. Realmente lo nuevo que hasta el momento sabemos es que va a haber un remaster o un remake de Medieval. El vídeo que han enseñado nuevo de Dead Stream, el juego de Hideo Kojima, no es nuevo porque ya lo enseñaron ayer en el Games Wars.
Use of VR technologies.
Manifest 99, that's the one you tweeted out recently, right?
Yeah.
It's the one that doesn't have trophies, right?
Right.
Why is that happening? It's a video game shoe.
You are giving professional advice to the developer.
I am. Put trophies in your game. Who wants to see a video game? Let's play some video games.
Y ese sería el resumen, amigo mío, hasta ahora. A ver si les entra gana de mostrar algo más. Porque también se ha mostrado un vídeo de God of War muy corto. Que era un trozo de el que se enseñó en el E3, con lo cual no hay novedades, ni fechas, no hay nada. Vamos a ver qué nos enseñan ahora. También Monster of Dreams, un poco más, pero ya digo, novedades, salvo Medieval, ninguna. Vale, se ve que van a hablar de este indie también, es independiente.
Dominic, how are you?
I'm good.
Tiene pinta de gracioso.
Great, thank you for coming. Please, join us on the couch.
Hey, Shane.
So, People haven't been following everything.
Sí, bueno, lo de Kojima. Bueno,
so
sí.
Concrete Genie is a game about a boy called Ash
Pero tiene muy buena pinta lo que han enseñado, a ver.
And so all of our unique and special gameplay mechanics are about having fun with paint. And that's why we're here today, actually. We thought, after we announced the game in Paris, which we had an amazing response to, we got a lot of questions about how does the painting actually work. And we've known for a long time that the first time we were going to debut the game,
sí, está bastante bien. Claro, Bacarca, es lo que estoy diciendo, que no hay novedades, que todo esto ya se sabe, todo ya se ha visto. Unos en el E3.
Are you guys ready to say hello?
Otras cositas, otros detalles se han visto en el Game Awards de ayer.
So Jing, our game designer over there.
No sé.
Hi Jing.
No sé, haz un gameplay de algo que no se ha visto, de algún juego.
So one of the most important parts of the game is that we want to make anyone feel like
vale, aquí tenemos un
gameplay. Now, this has been something that's been on my mind since Paris. You're going to look me in the face and tell me this isn't an Infamous tie, that this isn't Delson. Literally the same red hat, he's got a bag on, he's doing graffiti. You just ripped off Sucker Punch and everybody knows it.
Mira,
I knew you were going to do that.
La verdad es que es un juego creativamente está muy bien.
It's completely coincidental. And when
Artísticamente es muy bonito.
We showed the trailer at Paris Games Week. I actually got an email from Nate Fox teasing me about that as well.
Yeah.
And so I had to assure him that it was completely coincidental as well.
I say you lean into it now. It's just an Infamous prequel.
There is that option.
Vamos a decir que es una...
right? Give up all your dreams of the game you're trying to make. Shove it into this.
You know, it genuinely was completely coincidental. When you're making a game, you go through so many revs and iterations on the character, and we just ended up with here for a lot of other reasons. He used to have a blue hat, and I think when we changed it to a red hat,
cierto. Y al final salió Boogie. Rectifico.
All right, so what is happening right now?
Pensaba que no iba a salir, de verdad.
Yeah, so we use the motion controls in the DualShock 4 pad, so you can see.
Sí, tiene muy buena pinta, es muy bonito.
And you have these selection of brushes that you find as you play through the game. And we call this living paint. And the goal is to take any of the marks and the gestures that you make in the world and grow them into something beautiful.
Bacarca, espero que te haya gustado el resumen que te he hecho, pero creo que está bastante bien resumido.
I can't draw it all in real life, but in this game,
ostras, qué chulo, va poniendo rocas, agua, juncos.
Was that a concern when you got going, right? Like, what was the original iteration? Was it freehand painting, and then you're like, oh, well, what about the people?
Yeah, that's a good question. So this is actually the third iteration on the painting mechanics that we've had in the game. And we realized that getting the right balance between agency and
sí, bueno, un poco, pero es muy bonito, la verdad.
You feel like you made it, but what do we add to that through the technology that we've built
es muy bonito, Bacarca.
Beautiful, but you have to still feel like you did it.
Sure.
And so this is where we've ended up, and we're really happy with how it's turned out.
How long you guys been
De nada, no es nada, amigo mío.
Yeah.
Un placer hacerte ese resumen y ponerte al día.
And so it's a labor of love.
Que vas a seguir el... No, Lau no se va. Va a seguir en PlayStation 4 porque viéndolo, porque le queda un 5% de batería en el móvil. No se va todavía.
But it's very small, and that's why iteration on a small team is the most important thing. But it's a different type of process.
Vale.
So then,
bueno,
we're
pues nada.
showing the painting right now, but how does this get used in the game?
No vaya a ser que tus padres te tiren de la oreja.
It's a third-person action adventure, and later on next year we're going to be showing more of the action elements in the game.
Okay.
But because this is such a pivotal thing, and one of the most striking things about the game, we wanted to kind of get out there with this first.
La verdad es que me gusta.
And there are puzzle-solving mechanics in there.
Es bonito.
And in a little bit, Jing is actually going to go around the corner and start painting creatures, which is another really important part of the game. And the story and the theme of the game is
Bacarca, la verdad es que
and one of the reasons that these creatures
nada nuevo en el horizonte, la verdad.
The friends that Ash wished he had in real
y
life.
para colmo no muestran,
really
salvo en este caso, por ejemplo,
está
bastante,
the colors that you use, they have different abilities.
Está bastante bien,
really
está jugando en directo.
So if you paint a red
bueno,
creature, for example,
no está mal para mostrar las bondades del juego,
pero
en general se están mojando muy poco, están mostrando material
Is
reciclado,
there
como
going
digo
to
yo.
be just a canvas mode, like a relaxed mode, to jump in and not worry
Se
about
ve
the story?
bastante bien gráficamente.
We are looking at that. I think that's
Fijaos,
a great thing
las
to have
pisadas
in
en
there,
el agua,
so that people can
los
just go and completely
charcos,
relax.
Sure.
Because the
el nivel de texturas, la carga de texturas es buena.
Part to play and how you're able to paint as you go through the world, and so having some way to just sit there and relax and just chill out and do whatever you want is a good part of it.
Now, when we were backstage talking, you blew my mind. So,
sí.
Pix Lopez is a first
Yo creo que se va a poder usar mucho lo que es el...
San Mateo office.
That's right.
A ver, lo tengo aquí.
Yeah, so in,
lo que es en sí el panel este probablemente se vaya a usar mucho. O los moves, como tú bien dices. Pero este panel va a tener mucha utilidad en este juego. El panel táctil.
That means you're their boss.
It does.
No, Connie Booth is their boss.
You know what I mean? For you, Shu, why was this a game PlayStation wanted to get behind? Why was this a game you wanted them to make?
Oh yeah, so they, after they finished the Entwine,
Qué gracioso, qué chulo.
they came up with the wall
El monstruito.
concept, ideas, sketches, and I was let in to see all of the different concepts. And this concept stood out, and I was like, "Wow, I can see, I'll be playing this game." And Dom and the team said, "Wow, everybody picked the same concept." Right?
That was an unusual moment. Like one of the things that happened when we kind of are in our dream phase is we came up with 10 different concepts for a game, and we go through an exercise where we imagine the gameplay and the story, and we do it on one sheet where we try and picture it as a finished product.
Es de todas. Lo que pasa es que los suscriptores demandan mucho cosas de Nintendo, pero es de todas. De hecho, dentro de poco vendrá el canal Horizon Zero Dawn, porque no lo jugué en su día, y la PlayStation 4 la acabo de comprar. La PlayStation 4 Pro, con el tema del Black Friday, la pillé por 290 euros y está muy bien, ¿no? Nueva precintada con su factura, y soy de todas. Como ves en los vídeos también hay cosas de PC y demás, pero bueno, se está demandando mucho. Nintendo, mucho. Demandan mucho Mario Kart, Splatoon, Xenoblade. En fin, si miras los vídeos, también he estado jugando en PC y tengo que seguir con el The Evil Within 2, pero claro, es que no puedo con todo al mismo tiempo. Es mucho.
The old men, the two old people there to make sure these kids knew what they were doing.
Right. And
Sí,
then
la
after
verdad es
we
que
did Entwined,
el juego tiene un nivel de
we
detalle
knew
muy
that
bonito, ¿eh?
if we were going to carry on making games that
Este,
were,
aunque parezca una tontería,
investing
este
in a
gameplay
message and we're trying to make
está
an emotional
mejorando los
connection,
últimos
we wanted to do it in a genre and at a scale
la
that
última
was
media
easier
hora
to
de
access.
la
And we all
conferencia.
love third-person action-adventure games, so we thought this would be a great platform in order to kind of make something that was imaginative and a bit different, but was maybe a bit easier to get into than Entwined was.
When you start this studio and bring in all these
sí, Bacarca, la verdad es que sí, Horizon se ve muy bien. Le tenía
Yeah.
muchísimas ganas porque no tenía
Are
PlayStation
you
4 ahora.
thinking it's gonna
La tuve, la
work? Are you
normal, la
panicking that
vendí
this
por
could
tema de
easily blow up in your
economía
face?
y porque pensaba en
this
su día
case, no.
también
The interesting
pillarme una
thing is,
PlayStation
when
4
I
Pro a
was
buen
at school,
precio como
there
he
were
hecho.
no courses that you could do that would teach
Me pillé un
game
PC,
development. There just
en
was
fin,
nothing you could do
me hacía falta dinero.
academically to get you ready for making games. And so when I started a long time ago,
bueno.
everything was learnt on the job.
Y sí,
And,
Horizon
what we
es un
found when we were
referente
going to these different
junto
academic programs
a
is that the tools
Uncharted,
and the kind of the
que
abilities
también
and knowledge that they had
es
just
muy
from their
bueno
studies
gráficamente.
was equivalent to what I was getting 5 years
Es
into
de los
the job.
mejores gráficamente
So
hasta la fecha
they were actually teaching
de
us
PlayStation
stuff
4.
on how the best way to kind of put things together. And we run the team with a completely flat hierarchy. So it's been a really interesting, lively collaboration at all times, basically. And we've added a few more senior people, to kind of help
Es muy bonito
increase
el
our
juego, la verdad.
capacity
Hay
and
que
ambition
las cosas
and
como
scope
son.
as well. But we always
Es muy
maintain
bonito el
that-
juego.
that kind of,
Hay que darle su valor y
young part of the
este
workforce
juego es
just
muy
to make
bonito.
sure that one of the main missions.
Ah, tú tienes todas las consolas y PC. Yo tengo por el momento PS4 que la quiero estrenar con Horizon. Bautizarla con su expansión y demás, porque voy a comprar la Complete Edition. Tengo Switch y tengo PC. Es lo que tengo actualmente.
Tranquil right now. The music is good, the art is beautiful, but like there's a game to it there that's actually going to challenge you.
Absolutely, yeah. There is an action-packed third-person adventure in there as well.
Muchas gracias, Bacarca. Gracias por los ánimos. Soy un canal pequeñito, pero...
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by. Did you guys like it?
Sí. Es muy duro empezar con el canal.
That's Concrete Genie. Oh, right. Oh, now you're sure about this, right?
Los que...
I'm pretty sure.
He's pretty... All right,
más
so here's
los
what
que te conocen que los que no te conocen.
We're going to tell... No, there's no one to
te
stop
hablan
you.
de una
That's why
forma muy despectiva.
This is a shirt.
Se burlan de ti.
We got these today.
Creen que no vas a llegar a ningún lado. Me llegaron a decir que no llegaría a los 100 suscriptores. Estoy por 120 y tantos. Con lo cual ya pueden empezar a tragarse sus palabras. Pero vaya, me da igual. Cada cual que opine lo que quiera.
But again, to be clear, he's saying that, and no one told me to say that. So is it going to happen? I don't know. Don't get mad if you leave and there is no shirt. There's probably a shirt, but who knows?
I'm pretty sure there is.
You're pretty sure there's shirts?
Yeah.
All right, then. When you leave, oh, you got one. You didn't even leave yet. Did you steal that? How did you get it? You went to the bathroom, came back in, they gave it to you? All right, cool.
There you go.
Right, there's shirts. There are real shirts out there. A big deal for Concrete Genie. Obviously, their first shirt.
Bienvenido de nuevo. Bienvenido de nuevo, amigo.
Thank you for coming out.
Lau.
Cheers, Greg.
Pleasure. Shuhei, as always, thank you so much. You're a gem. We
la verdad es que este gameplay ha estado bastante bien. Podrían aprender otras compañías
que
trabajan con Sony.
Have a great weekend. Play cool games. Go see cool panels. Be cool to one another.
Sí, Bacarca. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Eso es lo que intento, ¿no? Bueno, pues esto ha terminado. No han enseñado nada de Insomniac Games, ni... En fin. Muchísimas gracias por los ánimos, sí. Yo soy yo mismo, es por eso por lo que no... Por lo que no atraigo a nadie. Bueno, a casi nadie. No me va el salseo, ni muchísimo menos. Y bueno, es lo que pasa por tener personalidad, ¿no? Así que bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Hay gente que por querer conseguir más espectadores y tal, pues hacen lo imposible, ¿no? Pero bueno, me dan igual esas personas, ¿no? Bueno, amigos, muchísimas gracias por haber estado conmigo en el directo. Por acompañarme en esta PlayStation Experience. Os lo agradezco muchísimo. Y bueno, sí, Lau, habrá un directo de Splatoon 2, como dije ayer. Sí que habrá un directo a las 6 de la tarde, ¿vale? Por el tema del Splatfest. Porque veo que os mola el juego y bueno. Muchísimas gracias, Bacarca. En nada estará subido por si quieres echar un vistazo. Nada más que termine de hablar, subiré este streaming, este directo. Y bueno, podrás verlo por si le quieres echar un vistazo, pero ya te digo, te he hecho un resumen. A ver qué me decís, un momento. A ver... Muchísimas gracias, Boogie. Sí, ya sé que tengo las herramientas y que es simplemente constancia. Muchísimas gracias a todos. Venga, adiós, amigos. Que estéis bien. Buena noche o buenos días o lo que sea. Porque cada uno soy de un país diferente. Un abrazo y muchísimas gracias por el apoyo. Chao. Nos vemos, amigos míos. Chao.